Voted Albuquerque's #1 podcast for a third straight time. You're listening to the 3-time champions 10 drink minimum with Chris, Billy, Smiley, and Tommy.
Yeah. Welcome to 10 drink minimum. I'm Chris. I got Tommy here. I got Smiley here. We got no Billy here, though.
Fucking sell out.
Sell out, huh?
I'll say it.
Ever since I've done that intro, I think we have at least one person. Smiley and I are always here. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I'm not calling anybody out.
I have vacation time.
Vacation time built
I
up.
work hard.
She's like, I have vacation time built up. I'm gonna take it.
Right. Use it or lose it.
Right. Yeah. If I don't use this vacation time at 10 drink minimum, I'm gonna lose it. So.
Right.
And I mean literally lose it. Just go fucking crazy. Shoot the place up.
Yep. You pretty much just said
So-
how I would say it.
So you have one of your heroes. Little Debbie, the snack cake queen, is in the area.
No snack week. Wow. Yes, she is. She's fantastic. Apparently. So today, and it never fails, man. It's like life is just. I don't know how to describe my luck, but so here I am. I'm about to do hair.
Yeah.
Today, I get the girl the cape on. I mix up the color. I put the first stroke on, and I get a text from my buddy, and he's like, "Little Debbie's at my restaurant right now." And Little Debbie's is like white rapper girl from Oakland that I just love. She's like white trash as fuck, and like she's everything I love about style or lack thereof.
Oh, wow.
And apparently, she was in town. And,
Can we see a picture? Well, first of all,
she's hot.
Smiley, there's two things.
I'm looking for it.
Can you tell everyone the new phone number? Because our phones are back up.
Oh, yes, we do. We have
We
a
do.
phone number. It's area code 505-750-1353.
Yeah. People can call in, ask us questions. And can you find a picture of this Little Debbie?
She's
I don't need to see a
fantastic.
video. I just need to see a picture of her.
She's quite hot. She is.
Yeah.
She's like, and this is the best part, dude. Today, so when I went into the restaurant where she was at, because hours later I had to know, my buddy goes, dude, she's like your size, and she was like wearing the same shit you would, and I was like, yes.
Yes.
All my hard work is paid off.
Wow.
I love
Is she?
this.
Do you like her rap music?
It's hilarious. She talks
Yeah.
about rapping about smoking weed, and she got a song called "Bitch I Got a Ball."
Yeah.
And like, it's fantastic.
You might want to say Little Debbie rapper.
Straight out of
Actually,
Oakland.
I think it's actually LIL.
She's
Debbie.
actually, if you remember correctly, you fellas, you remember that I had a custom-made gold tooth.
Yeah.
This young lady is the reason.
Okay.
Yep. After I saw my first Little Debbie experience, I was like, oh, I need a gold tooth.
Okay.
Oh, she's cute.
She is cute.
Can I see? I want to see.
And she's apparently like the same size as I am, and we would wear the same outfits.
Okay.
And I love you, Little Debbie. And I
Oh.
want to meet you.
There we go.
She dresses like a fucking skank whore, just like I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the big gaudy jewelry, the
skank
tattoos.
whoredness.
Look at, we even have feather tattoos. Look at Debbie and we should be BFFs.
I like how you probably got that because she had
I
that.
didn't.
Don't
That's
lie.
the truth. That's
Don't
the truth.
lie.
My shit's old school, but yes. So she's on the loose, Albuquerque.
I want you to know something that was happening last night. Billy, who's not here to defend himself, so I'll try to clean this up as best I can.
Okay.
So we're downtown last night, and he's drunk, and so of course he's any woman that's talking to him, he's like fucking butter in their hand, putty in their hands, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Good for him.
And so this girl is like, someone had told this girl that we do this show, and for some reason she thought that if she like talked to Billy, she was going to get on this show.
Okay.
So I'm just standing there watching
That's
this
good for
happen,
her.
and she's over there telling Billy, she's like, "You need a woman on your show is what you need."
Like as a co-host?
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes, "You need a woman on your show," and Billy's like, "Oh yeah, da da da," and he's like not saying anything.
What the fuck, Billy?
I know. So then
um,
finally, I go, "Well, I'm on the show too. It's actually my show."
Yeah.
And the girl comes over and she goes, "You see, you hear what I said? I'm great, man. I'll be awesome on the microphone. You need a woman on the show." And I was like, "Well, we do have a woman."
We have one.
Boom, bitch.
And then she goes, "Well, I'll be funny," and I go, "She's pretty funny."
See?
So I just want you to know I had
Thank
your
you.
back and I shut her down.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then
Trying
she
to
goes,
steal my spot.
"Well, he said I could be in your show," and I was like, "Well, he doesn't get to make that decision."
Right. He's not even here. You're going to show up. We're not even going to know who you are.
Right.
I like her aggression, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I like her
No,
also.
yeah, she had some moxie.
Yes, look at, see? Look at, we have the same, I have those things.
Yeah, you own those shirts?
Yes, I own those shirts. Look at her necklace, says her name on it, so does mine.
You have a shirt that says "Married to the Mob"?
No, but I should.
Yeah. You flip off the camera while licking your finger?
I bet you I did.
Oh.
I bet you I can find you a picture of me
Oh, that's
doing that
okay.
right now.
So, wow. So I guess you're gonna keep on the lookout for her, right?
I am. Well, I've got like people on the scene looking for
Okay.
me tonight too. So I'm like, if anybody sees her, call me immediately, and I will show up there.
Well, how did he know that she was there? I mean, did people like, oh, that's Little Debbie?
Well, so apparently she came in with like a bodyguard and like somebody
Oh, okay.
else and like whatever.
Because
Like
Smiley and I have neither one never heard of her.
No.
I actually had heard of her because she did
sister.
Sister Bar, but I
I was
mean,
front row.
I did not know at that moment. That was the day I learned who she was. Because I was like, I don't know who that is. People were
I
like,
just
Little
like
Debbie.
chicks that are like, I fucking do what I want. I'm a
Yeah,
badass.
okay.
Watch me roll this blunt.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
look at how skanky I dress.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
all the things I love. Like,
There's a picture of her like blowing marijuana smoke
yeah,
out.
see, like that's me. I have a cut-off wife beater. I have a necklace with my name on it. I have ratty ass fucking hair, gaudy jewelry.
Okay.
I smoke blunts. Look at this. This is my soulmate.
Wow.
Black eyeliner. Look at us go.
Well, everyone needs to be on the lookout for her then.
Yes.
Just for Tommy.
Sit,
here.
please. I love this bitch. I just want to walk up to her
If
and
you're
high
in
five her and
the-
be like, "Well done, bitch."
If you're
and
in
then
the
I'll go home.
If you're in the Albuquerque Metroplex area, please keep on the lookout for one Lil Debbie.
AP, yes.
And call, what's the number? 505.
yes.
What is it?
Thank you.
It's 505-750-1353.
Yeah,
Thank
we're looking
you for
for
supporting my
You're
little
welcome.
Debbie habit.
your Little Debbie, your Little Debbie addiction.
Right, single white female.
Yeah. So it is kind of a milestone this week.
Okay.
It's the 9-year anniversary this week of 10 Drink Minimum.
9 years, so I
the
would have
birthday.
been 29. How old are you? So
20.
you would have been how old when you started the show?
31.
31. So you were 31-year-old Chris when this all went down.
Yeah.
Where did you start it?
Well, okay. I was in Portales, New Mexico, mowing lawns,
Like mowing lawns or mowing lawns?
mowing down bitches. You know how it goes. No, I was I was a property manager,
Okay.
and I managed this like 18 apartment complex, and it had a huge, for no reason, it had a huge big lot attached to it that that had grass. Couldn't be just dirt. It was grass.
Okay.
So I had to mow it in the summertime, like every 2 weeks, completely mow it, and it took almost a whole day to mow the fucking thing.
Okay.
So I would I would listen to music while I did it, but a lot of times I would just kind of get tired of. I got tired of like the music that I had, so I started putting podcasts, this new thing called podcasts, on my iPod,
Okay.
and I would look through iTunes, and there wasn't a lot at that time to choose from. So I would find some, and some were good, and some were terrible. And I was like, well, these are people doing radio in their house or their basement or wherever. I could do this. So I showed it to my friend Tic Tac. His name is Chris Crawford.
Badass fucking nickname, by the way.
Yeah,
You know
I-
somebody named Tic Tac?
Oh, I have
Did
a
he
lot
do
of
time in the penitentiary?
I have a lot of friends in college that have nicknames.
Tic Tac's a fucking
Yeah.
badass nickname.
Yeah, and he and I went to Radio Shack, and we bought the shittiest stuff we could find because we didn't know any better,
Sure.
and we didn't know what we needed. We just knew we needed microphones, and we knew we needed to like make the sound go into a computer. And that was the inception. And we grabbed my girlfriend, and then we did an hour show every night of the week, or 5 nights a week.
Damn.
Yeah. And for like the first 2 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say that shit burns out really
Yeah,
quick.
it burned out really fast. It was
Right.
tiring.
It's like cooking. I
And
say
we were-
I'm gonna do it every night, and then I'm like, eh.
Yeah, and we were really raw, and it was crass.
Well, because you find freedom that you
Yeah.
didn't once have.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's been 9 years. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy, like I don't know, a lot of cool shit that's happened in that time. Since I've done it, it's been pretty interesting. I mean, Smiley's been on the last 2 years, right?
2 years, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember the night that I kind of like talked him into doing this. I didn't really talk you into it. You were just kind of like, okay. We're out on the front porch here, and this is right before we're gonna start doing our show at the Art Bar. We'd already done one show. We did one show without you, right? We did that one-off show. It was like me and Billy and Stu. Stu ran
That's right, yeah.
Stu ran our computer
Sound,
and everything,
yeah.
sound and everything. And our friend Stu, he's Stu, I mean, he's a great guy. Like, 50% of the time he's a great guy. 50% of the time he's an asshole.
That's how people describe me, though, too.
Yeah, but you're not, Stu.
Well,
Yeah, Stu has Asperger's.
no, you don't know that for a fact. Why would you say that out loud about somebody? Do
No,
you?
he does. I do
Okay.
know that for a fact.
Okay.
And so he doesn't have the filter. Like, he can't not say things.
Right.
And-
I cannot. I just choose to.
Right. He can't. He says whatever comes to his mind.
Okay.
And I think he has to struggle not to. I think.
Okay.
So there's a lot. He gets into a lot of fights with people, but he's like he knows that it happens. So you'll get in a fight with him, and then the next time you see him, everything's good.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I get in a lot of fights with people, too.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
But
I think
So
you
we-
do that on purpose.
our big
Right, fair enough. Right.
our big thing was we were like, well, we don't know if we could totally work with Stu all the time.
Okay.
And then he also had kids that he took care of.
Yeah, he's a baby daddy.
Yeah, so he couldn't always be there. So it was like one night we were like standing here and we're like asking Smiley if he knew how to do that, and he's like, no. And I was like, huh, could you learn? And then he starts like rattling off all the jobs he's had in his life. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, would you want to do this? And he's like, yeah. And I remember like I was gonna show you how to do everything like here before we went in the art bar. And we ended up not being able to. So literally, like, what was it? Hour before the show, I taught you how to do everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of. I was kind of like push this, this, and this in this order.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're like
I didn't.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really take that much training.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
He does not actually. And then I remember at first we were like, well, is he even going to be like on camera or on the mic, or is he just going to be off? And then out of nowhere we had an extra microphone, and we were just like, well, let's just set this up as his microphone. And then we would talk to you.
Yep.
And that kind of like evolved. That wasn't even like planned.
Right.
He wasn't even supposed to like be on air or on the microphone.
Look at that.
So
And now I'm like the only one that shows up, other than
Right.
Chris.
Whoa, I
I'm
went
kidding.
on vacation.
Kidding.
I'm allowed a vacation.
I'm on vacation, motherfuckers.
Right. Especially because it was on somebody else's dime.
Yeah.
What?
I
Maybe
haven't-
y'all
I
had
haven't-
somebody buy you a vacation, you would have went on it too.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Although I have not missed a show since then.
He has not. No, he
Since
has
my
not.
first show here, I have not missed a single show.
What's been some of the high
Shut
points?
the fuck up. Is that real? Is
Yeah.
this confirmed?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Oh
never
my
missed since. I mean,
God.
he's been late,
Well, sure.
but he's like shown up like a lot of times like 1 minute, 2 or like 5 minutes still. But
That has happened,
He
yes.
has been here every episode.
That's amazing.
He was here one time whenever we canceled the show and forgot to tell him, and he got really
One time
mad
I
at
got
us.
super fucking
That
hammered
was a
and I
little-
couldn't
yeah,
make
that was
it.
all.
He was
And
fucking
it's
pissed.
better that I don't
What's
make it
going
if
on?
I'm super hammered.
What would have been some of the high points for you in the last 2 years?
Well, definitely Road to Riches. That was
Oh yeah,
the fact that we even managed to do a show out there,
yeah.
despite the inebriation and
The weather,
the weather.
yeah.
But that was amazing.
It was pretty interesting how well we pulled that together as like kind of like a crew.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's gonna be raining. It's already starting to rain. Let's get these tents up and
Canopies up and
put these walls in.
Yes.
And and all of a sudden we had like a little a den,
Yes.
like a lodge. It was only open at one end.
yeah,
all
like
the heat
our
was in
own
the
private
back.
like camping bar
Yeah.
with tables, everything. I mean, and none of it was like one like a lot of times you go camping and there's that one family that has all the stuff.
Right.
It was like
They're wearing head lanterns
yeah,
and
well,
shit.
we had head lanterns.
Oh, you gotta
but
have those if you're pissing.
I
in the
had
woods.
stuff. Smiley had stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina brought stuff. That was pretty cool.
Oh, it was amazing. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, like everyone's like shivering and stuff. They're like, you have a heater in here? I'm like,
Marty brought a heater.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, not only do we have a heater, we have a working grill too. You
Yeah.
want some food?
You want a Bloody Mary? You want a cocktail?
We got a
What's
bartender.
Your pleasure?
That was a pretty good one, yeah. That was a big one.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a good one. Anything else?
Shooting guns in Portales with your dad. That's the first time I ever shot a gun. Was
That's
because
right.
of the show.
Yeah, because we did. We went down there.
Oh, and you look like a badass in that photo too. You look
Yeah.
like a fucking like Magnum PI shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
forgot
a real
about that.
badass
That's
photo.
when like we were gonna start doing an annual Halloween trip to Clovis.
Will we shoot shit?
Trip to Clovis. We can. Because we're gonna we'll do Saturday nights in Portales to party, and then Sunday nights in Clovis at my parents' house where we do the show.
Nice.
And we're gonna do some sort of ghost or haunted thing. I don't know.
Get the paranormal.
I could probably get.
investigators
I can
in?
get those people again if they want to. Yeah, if
That's
we want the
awesome.
same people.
Tell them not to bring as many people this time.
Yeah, please don't bring 9 people.
Oh, whatever. They're excited. They want to talk about ghosts.
Oh, they were very excited. They all had their shirts on. They
Yeah,
had
see,
special.
that's cool. Right.
Yeah.
Safety in numbers.
It was funny, and then they partied with us. 2 of them partied with us till like the sun came up.
Perfect.
Yeah, they were
see?
fun. Yeah, like, hey, you want to come back?
That was that was good times.
Bring as many people.
Well, Tommy's you've only been here how long?
I don't know.
Probably about 6 months, probably.
I would say about that. Yep.
What have been your high points so far?
Well, like you, as you know, I don't leave the house, and I have
Yeah.
like weird things about leaving the house. So like I like doing this just because I feel like I get like to hang out with my good friends.
I
have
get
cool
out of town.
conversations. Yeah, like so I really enjoy that part of it. And then all the ass
Yeah.
I get on town around town because
the
of
ass
it,
because
right?
of
People are
Tendring
like,
Minimum?
oh yeah, we know who you are because of this, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. And so
Yeah.
you know, get a lot of free drinks out of it.
Oh, you know what? That does happen actually.
It does. It's ridiculous. Like
It does.
somebody the other day asked me if they could take a picture with me, and I was like, first of all, fuck off, because I know you're just using it as a line. But second off, like, okay, like it's just
Yeah,
funny.
but did they know you from this or just from?
Well, he said he was a fan of the show, and like whether or not
Oh.
that's true, like
Yeah.
okay or whatever, and
Yeah.
whether or not my
I-
boob may or may not have been falling out of my shirt.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Well,
like
that was also the high point is we got.
it's weird. It's funny, and I don't take people because I'm a chick. Like I don't
Yeah.
take that shit seriously. I'm always like, there's a fucking line. There's a reason. There's a, it's not just
Oh.
because you are a fan. It's because you're trying to this or that.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. So it's like it makes me uncomfortable and weird, but at the same
Yeah.
time I appreciate it. And,
I'm pretty enough that I'm always like, why is this stranger talking to me?
right. What do
Yeah.
you want from me? What have you heard?
I get the people that I get sometimes people that recognize me from this, but then most of it is like they have never seen it, but they know what it is,
Heard about it.
Right.
heard about it, and
I mean,
then
we
they come
do
up.
advertise a lot.
They do come up
People-
and they go, well, here's what I think you should do, and I'm like, well, have you seen it? And they go, no. Okay.
right.
Well, I'm gonna listen to this.
I don't like the title of your show. I think it promotes drinking.
I've
what?
never heard that. Someone told you that?
No, you remember that?
Oh, that one guy, that
yeah.
fucking idiot. Well, he's an idiot.
Well, there's so many of those. But yeah, like the highlights of mine, I would just say like you guys introduced me to a lot of cool people.
Mm-hmm.
I've had fun. Like I said, I feel like when I come over and hang out, I'm like hanging out with my buddies. So yeah, I dig it.
I've had some pretty interesting.
I mean, one of the worst nights of my life came from this show, but
Really?
I don't want to talk about it. But
Uh-oh.
yeah, like, but on the same token, like some of the best times have. So
Is
yeah.
that when we got on a fight in the air? On the air?
No, we were on location.
Oh, that night. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, that's the night we got in a fight on location.
No, we were on a different location. I don't want to talk about it, but
All
yeah,
right.
like yeah.
I
I don't know why I brought it up. I don't know why I brought it up to say I don't want to talk
yeah,
about
we-
it.
Yeah.
I know, I'm a chick, dude.
The
I'm
negative- I
sometimes
actually-
I think out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is what it boils
I actually
down to.
threw Billy's friend off the show one time.
Nice.
I've actually kicked one person off the
Good.
show.
Did you say get the fuck out of here?
Yes,
Did you
I
say it
did.
Like that? Good.
Yes, I did.
'Cause
And
that's
then
how you say it.
And then I was like, I can't do any more of this show. I'm fucking so pissed right now. Yeah.
Shut it down.
Shut that shit down.
Get the fuck out of here. We're done.
I think.
That was in Old Town.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember one time. at the art bar, you got like, you got really really pissed.
Yeah.
I actually wound up because you stopped talking on my mic, and you just stopped talking. You're like,
I don't even want to talk anymore. I'm so fucking mad.
and I wound up like turning your mic down because all you could hear was like these weird random grumblings. You're all,
Motherfucker.
I'm like, oh, let's turn this down. I'll just
Yeah.
turn this down
'Cause
here
I'm just pissed. Yeah.
because
Yeah. There's been a couple that we'll see the art bar was a whole different animal, and that was one of the good times too because we got free beer for like a whole year.
that was awesome.
Every Sunday night we got free beer.
Also,
That's where I met you guys.
also the barbecue.
Barbecue, free beer, free barbecue. Look at this. That's where I got fat.
Oh man, seriously,
We
that,
did. No, it's not where I got fat, but that's part of it.
Poncho's barbecue is like
Yeah.
that. I looked forward to it like every week because like
Yeah.
basically, I started this show right after I basically gave up on having a regular profession.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that. Yeah.
Well, I haven't had to do that, but
I haven't. Well, no, I mean,
I might have to at some point.
I haven't.
That's why I want to make some money off of it, where I don't have to.
I haven't had like a
Right.
job like a taxable, reportable job in 2 years.
Me
And
too.
It's that's been the whole time I've been on the show.
Nice.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get a job on a movie set. I don't ever have to report that.
Yeah.
Right? No, I have not. Yeah, I've been on paper myself in 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like I disappeared. Poof.
Well, so we did that. That was an experience unto itself. The art bar was it had its challenges. It had its great moments. I'd say one of my favorite. There was two of my favorite art bar moments were the night three. There's three. The night we had Little Bobby on. No, okay, there's two. The night we had Little Bobby on, it was like customer or fan appreciation night. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we gave away like shirts and hats.
We had all kinds of
glasses
stuff
and skateboard decks and Breaking Bad. We had 2 Breaking Bad like picture packages that were from a good sign.
Yep.
You know, which I will say this: we've had a lot of sponsors throughout the time, but if you look down in the lower corner of the screen, we have one that's called a good sign. Tammy has been with us for probably about 2.5 years now. She makes all of our signage for us. Anytime we need anything, boom, Tammy makes it for us at a good sign.
Holla.
She just she did all the let's talk about Tammy for a second. She did Breaking Bad, all their artwork and stuff for seasons 3 through 5, and then now she's doing Better Call Saul. So if you live in Albuquerque and you need your sign work done, a good sign. Give Tammy a little plug. But there was that night. That was amazing. And then we took that one photo where there's just like all those stuffed animals just covering us.
Yep.
On stage. And it's kind of I'd say in my memory, it's kind of an iconic picture of us. Because that picture gets seen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We're like just covered in stuffed animals. And then I'd say the other great memory I had was the very last night we were there.
Yeah, we closed down the art bar.
We closed down the art bar.
We're known for closing places down.
We are. So come to your place, and we're going to close it to the ground.
But yeah, that's a great one. I'm there holding up the sign.
Yeah.
There's just people everywhere.
Yeah.
So many people.
Well, then some other great memories is like I had, it's weird. Like people automatically assume that, if people listen to your show that they converse with you, and not really. I mean, we have people in the streets, but like out in the world. We have it happens. We have people that like will message us from time to time, but not really. But once we had this is before you guys were around, a guy from Australia would write all the time.
I had a boyfriend from Australia once.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Oh, okay. Well, this guy wanted to come and visit us, and I was like, well, we're not really that cool. You don't need to fly here for that. And he goes, oh no, I'll be in the United States already. I'll just fly over from where I'm at and hang out for the weekend. And I'm like, well, where are you going to be at? And he goes, Florida. And I was like, well, that's nowhere close. What I didn't know is that the Australian government was paying for it. So he was like he used to be in the Navy, and he got out, and now he's like a consultant for the Navy. So they flew him to the United States to do work.
Nice. So he's just like,
yeah.
I'll be in Florida. Is that close? Is that close to New Mexico at all?
No, about 20
Isn't
hours.
that funny about like when foreigners though, like they always think that of the country. Like it's just so close.
And it was funny because like I was worried because we do this show and you always wonder like what people they think you're just this crazy partier, which we party pretty hard.
It's true. I mean, I always tell like especially like childhood friends. They're like, oh, I'll watch your show, and at that point I'm always have to be like to clarify here. I do sort of have a stage persona.
Right.
I joke a lot. It's not like I literally take hallucinogens every day or something.
Right,
like,
and I'm not like sucking every dick in
Right.
town, right?
Right.
It's just not how we roll.
So I was worried, and I was like, well, so the first night, Billy and I partied with him a lot, or Billy partied with a little bit, and my old co-host Adam, because this was kind of right in the transition between Adam and Billy, and so we went out with him, and we partied till like, this was a Thursday, till the bars closed,
Okay.
He bought me a fifth of...
Did you say crikey to him on more
No,
than
I did,
fuck
actually.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say
and
if
then
you didn't.
I had to tell him.
Asshole.
I had to tell him that the word "cunts" is not a word that people say in America.
Wait, it's not?
Lightly.
What am I doing here?
Well, you don't go out to the bar and say, "Well, these cunts over here."
Oh, well, yes, you've been with me.
No, but like in a joking fashion to like everyone, like over and over and over again.
Right.
I was
No,
like,
I know.
I was like, people
surely
are
I jest.
people are gonna look at you and go, what the fuck, you know? And he
Right.
goes, oh, okay. Well, he goes, that's an everyday word in Australia. I go, it's not here.
Yeah,
People kind of get mad.
Yeah, I used to work with someone at the 66 Diners. He's from Australia,
Mhm.
and he kept calling like the Julianne like thing.
Yeah.
Like he kept calling it a moolie, because I guess it's a brand name for it out there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm all, dude, why stop saying moolie,
Yeah,
dude?
that's
You
bad.
can't say that here. And
Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
bad.
I don't get it. It's those things that you have in the kitchen. They cut your veggies for you.
Yeah.
They're called moolies. I'm like, no, stop it.
That's funny.
You can't
See,
say
I
that.
thought I was special. I
Yeah.
thought my Australian boyfriend was calling me a cunt because he loved me. Now
No.
it's just a common word.
So then like the first night we party hard, and then the next night I'm tired, and I'm like, fuck, he's gonna want to go out. So we take him out to eat, and then by like 9 o'clock he's like, well, I'm gonna have to turn in, and I'm like, oh, already?
Oh,
And
crikey.
he goes to bed, and then I'm like, cool, I can go home now. I thought that was pretty funny, but he was good. Like, he bought me like a fifth of liquor, and he bought Adam a fifth of liquor, and
I met a fucking Australian guy in Las Vegas, and he ended up like following me home for a month. And like he was a race car driver in Australia. I met him in Las Vegas, sitting at a bar, and yeah, we drank Miller Lights for 18 hours, and then he was like, I can't do an Australian accent, but basically he was like, fuck it, I have money, I'll postpone going home, I'm rolling with you.
oh wow,
And rolled with me for 18 days. Yep, and we went to Chicago. It was right around the Green Day, St. Patrick's Day, and they do the,
The
River
Green
Green.
Day.
The Green Day.
They do
The
the,
Green
River
Day,
Green.
Billy
and,
Joe.
Like, we went down there and like rocked out, and then we went to Miami and rocked out, and we like toured whatever. But my favorite memory is all he wanted to do was go to 8 Mile.
oh, because the movie.
Yeah, because the movie had come out, and like I was
8
living
Mile.
in Detroit, and yeah, it was crazy. It was one of the crazier times I've had. Australians are good times, dude.
They are.
They really do know how to party, and they're like
And it's weird because like
they like to smoke cigarettes.
we had like I don't know how many
And
people in
fight.
Australia. If there's people in Australia that listen to the show, hit us up because I want to know if we still have pretty good contingent. For a little while there was quite a like we would get contacted a lot from like there were probably about 4 or 5 different people in Australia that would contact us.
I'd have me another Australian boyfriend. That was good times. They would just like punch people, and fuck, this guy was rowdy, but like career oriented.
And then we used to have a guy from Dublin that would call all the time.
Been there too. That was a good
Yeah.
time.
So we did, so we had a little bit different fan
The
base.
first time I ever smoked hash was in Dublin.
Oh wow, really? Mm-hmm. What
I
does
was
that
like,
even
'cause
mean?
well, I was like, I wanted to, I like to smoke weed, and like you can't internationally travel with that. And so, yeah, I was in a bar and I was like, weed, weed, weed. This guy was like, yeah, cool. And so we went out to the alley, and I didn't know it was dark, and ripped
Hashish
off
man.
this pipe, and I was like, I felt like I was like being carbon monoxide poisoned.
Oh,
like
really?
my head got all light. Well, I mean, in a good way. Like what I imagined the last breath before death to be like.
Oh,
like,
God.
quite
Yeah.
elated and like happy. And
It's yeah. Hash is not the same.
It's intense.
it's the same. It's the same basic chemicals. There
it's
you
not
go.
at all, though. It does not do the same thing to your body.
What does it do?
It's like really, it's almost like I felt sick. Like I said, I imagine it being like the last breath I took before I died. Like I was happy, I was content, but I didn't really feel good. And like everything was like really intense and like, I don't know, maybe it was PCP.
I would have just stayed in that alley. No,
Yeah.
I've smoked hash too, and it's like, it's only like you're only safe if you're on a couch and don't have to move anywhere.
Right, yeah, it was weird, yeah, and I didn't like it. Then all of a sudden I felt like paranoid, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get Irish raped, you know what I mean? Like, I've had enough.
Irish raped.
Right.
That's different from regular rape. It's
Right, right. They're all white, and they were like, smelled like cigarettes. And the Guinness is warm, like, I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
if the Guinness
So-
was cold, it'd be a whole different
right,
story.
it'd be fine. And we were in Miami, right?
We were in Miami.
I don't
And
know.
then so there was some of that with like the fan. I mean, they sent us food from Australia for God's sakes.
What did they send you? Vegemite?
Yes,
Which is nasty as fuck.
Okay, there
Keep
was
your
there
Vegemite.
there was a bunch of different things. There was Vegemite, musk candy.
Ugh.
What?
It tastes okay. You know how musk cologne smells?
Yes.
That's what it tasted like. And
Like you're treating a staph infection inside your mouth. Yeah.
oh, it was so nasty.
Uh-huh.
And then there was these biscuits, and they were like really dry. They call them biscuits, but they're literally like cookies.
Okay.
And then there was hard candies, and the hard candies were the only thing good. Vegemite is disgusting.
It's so gross. I
Sorry,
don't even
guys.
know what it is. It just grosses me the fuck
sure
out.
is. I've had Vegemite before, and I've also had the UK equivalent Mermite.
Mermite.
Ugh.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
yeah,
both
yeah.
they're both. I'm like, why am I spreading yeast on a piece of bread?
And it looks
Why am I
like
spreading yeast anywhere.
and it looks like
if I'm
axle
feeling
grease.
yeasty, I try not to spread it.
yeah,
You
and
know
it looks
what I
like
mean?
axle grease. It's so disgusting looking. And they're like, and when we ate it, they're like, you guys did it all wrong. And I'm like, how do we do it wrong? We should have spread it thinner and then put cheese on it. And I was like, that would have fucking made it better. No,
Like, you barely use any of it because it tastes terrible.
you
But-
squirt it into
and
the
then you-
street.
This is so disgusting. I just got the coolest photo from this like brewer we did a couple weeks ago where my landlord won this contest.
Oh,
it's,
the beard
photograph-
one?
Yeah, but it's like a legit photo.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up. So Tommy and I will do this. I'll do this, and then we'll do the last word.
Okay.
Tommy and I have had this ongoing thing where, you know,
Scared.
a lot of times, you know, you have people come from your past, and they're like, they're kind of they're kind of jealous that you're kind of getting to do whatever the hell you want to, and they feel like you're cheating life. I've determined this.
Okay.
They feel like you're cheating life, and
I
you're
feel
not.
like they're just mean.
Well, there's
but
that.
Okay.
There's that. But they're also like they're jealous that they have a work like 60 hours a week
Right.
for no reason because they bought some fucking mega house.
Right.
Whatever.
Yes, I've lived that life.
I feel like I am cheating life. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously.
I do
No,
as well.
I am too. Right. Please.
So we've had people like say things that were
Bitch,
like off the
please.
cuff and shitty, and you know.
Yes, we both have experienced that very much.
And so today, I kind of out of nowhere, an old friend of mine from the past sent me a message,
Okay.
and it was quite the opposite.
Wasn't a dick pic because those are the only messages
No,
I
and
get.
it's this girl I went to college with.
Okay.
And she works really hard. I know her husband. I know her.
Okay.
And she wrote, this is what she wrote me.
Okay.
I want to tell you that I am in awe of you following your dreams. You do what your heart desires regardless of what the norm is. It is a beautiful thing to see, and though I don't get to see you very much anymore, I wanted to say that I'm glad that you are my friend, and I get to see your journey. You are brave, and I wish I was more like you.
Nice.
I know, right?
Mazel tov,
Like that made
yeah.
my entire day. I was like,
Fuck
whoa.
yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Even, like, whether it be good or bad,
Yeah.
it's just, it's life, Like, there are no rules. Like, that's my thing. Like, just leave me
There are
alone.
no rules,
I
man.
get to do, my life doesn't affect anybody in any way. And
You don't know what I know.
people
'cause
are very
it's
quick to be
my
like,
life.
Tommy, you should this. You should not, talk to this person. You should
Yeah.
do this. You should get a job. You should stop sleeping around. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Stop drinking so much.
Stop putting all those dicks in you.
Right. Why are you doing that? But, like, no, it is. That is nice.
Yeah, that was great.
That is nice, yeah.
So I got
Hopefully she
that.
wasn't crying, rocking in a corner, wasted at 9 a.m. this morning
No,
while she
right,
did it.
right.
Why?
Wondering
shed
why did I
my
choose
life?
the path I chose.
Shooting up on
right.
methadone.
Right, exactly. She's like,
wish I had the-
yeah, you're my hero.
Yes.
Right, hopefully that wasn't the case.
No.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not the same message I received.
Uh-oh.
I received a message that asked me if what I don't even know what it said. It was so gross. It was like, "Hey, baby, want me to take a picture and send you my dick?" Like just just earlier today or yesterday. Excuse me. It was so foul. So I'm glad
See,
you're getting positive.
Yeah. Well, see, I kind of feel like if I wouldn't mind getting those from women. Because like that's the opposite. You're kind of
That's
like
what my buddy said
gross.
today.
And if I was sitting there and like some girl's like, "Hey, you want me to send you a photo? I don't know you, but you want to send me a photo?" I'd be like,
Yeah.
well, "I don't know what you look like, but yes."
That's it's funny because I was talking to my buddy
Yes.
Zach earlier today. We were like sitting around the house, and he's like, "Dude, I would kill for that shit." He's like, "If women were just like, hey,
Yeah.
here's my tits," I'd be all on it."
And I'd be like, and then
"No."
I'd be like, "Huh?" And feel what just
It's
happened?
so weird.
I got some
I'd be a little
tits.
freaked out.
The funny thing is, too, I'm very blatant about, like, in social media, please don't do that to me.
Yeah.
And yet people still do it to me, and I don't
Well,
understand.
I had another friend. She got an Instagram, and she created one specifically for that. She wrote on her thing, "If you send me horrible things, I'm going to repost it on Instagram."
Okay.
Have at it.
I'm going to do that tonight. That's going to be
Yeah.
my next post.
Yep.
Because how blatant do I have to be? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
If that's how it's going to be. Yeah. Because that's kind of what I want to do. Like right now with this motherfucker that just sent me this shit earlier. I'd like to screenshot it and
Yeah.
put it out into the world and be like, yo,
There you go.
this is this dude.
You're gonna be a fucking sack of shit.
Right. Exactly. You need to know about it.
Yep.
He started the conversation with, how are those nails doing?
Ugh.
And I'm like, ew.
I'm about to claw your eyes out.
Yeah, like I want to call my mom.
You guys ready to do some last wording?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
There's only the three of us, so I gave us a little less time. We have some topics here. At the end of every hour, we kind of have to burp. Hold on. We
We don't have to do that at the end of every
yeah. At the end of every hour, we have to burp. We do a thing called the last word, and what we do is I throw out some topics, and one of us says that they choose whether they want to be the last word or not, and they get to go last, and we all take turns saying whether we love or hate the topic, and we each get one neutral per 2 hours, and that's how the game is played. So, the first topic is street festivals. For example, yesterday there was Summerfest downtown, and Smiley and I both were there.
I'll go first
It
then.
was fun.
So you guys have it fresh on the brain.
I'm going to take the last
You
word.
want to go last on this?
Yes.
I'll go first. So yeah, so I'm from Detroit. We have Taste Fest and these like electronic musical festivals and whatever. And I don't like any sort of street festival. I wish I did. I really do. Like in theory, it sounds like a good idea. Like people coming together and like we get to go outside and we're all celebrating this thing, but the lines are always too long. Something is always confused. There's like outhouses and it's just, I feel like it's dirty and I'm hot and something is, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work that I have to pay for parking when I usually don't, or I have to walk. And no, I appreciate the concept of them, the coming together of the people, and it's something nice for the neighborhood and whatever, but it's always way more work than I wish it was. So I say 2 thumbs down to your street festivals.
Hate it, huh?
Hate it.
All right. Street festivals, in general, kind of annoy the fuck out of me.
Yes.
They,
Like, why's your dog here?
if they're in a
Why's
town,
your dog here?
if they're in a town that I am not familiar with, it makes me. I'm screwed. I'm like, well, this is the only way I knew how to get here now, and it's full of people and stuff going on. Okay, how do I? Okay, shit. Or
Shit.
if it's in my own town, it's full of basically everyone I don't want to see crammed in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let me fish through all these people to find like the 10 people that are here that I want to see,
Right.
and a bunch of idiots who never come out and therefore don't know how to like act in public. You
Right,
know, like,
right.
what are you doing? It's raining. I'm gonna take my shirt off. I'm like, I don't. What? Why? No, don't do that. I don't need to see. No one needs to see
Right.
that. This isn't your porch. This is the middle of Central.
Right.
And people like never. I mean, back when I was younger and they had like the spring crawl and the fall crawls. Like it was.
Oh,
it
those
was
were
like,
great. Those were different, though.
Those were different because it was all like the music kids there. So like everyone like it was actually everyone you did want to see crammed in the same place with like
Yeah, those were great.
yeah those were fun as hell, you know.
Fuck yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, well, I went down this alley instead of using the main street, and there was a bunch of people like fucking taking shots. So I took some shots with them, and then I wandered off to a different bar, and then someone let me in through the back entrance because there was like an hour-long line to get
Yeah.
in through the front. It was like that was fun,
Yeah.
but not all street festivals are like that.
Well, just let me explain to Tommy what that was, because she wasn't here then. There used to be this thing in the fall and in the spring, and they called it the fall or spring crawl.
Okay.
They would completely lock down downtown. You couldn't drive a car,
Okay.
and you couldn't. There was certain entrance points
Okay.
for downtown.
Yeah.
You walked up, and I think the tickets were like
It sounds like martial law.
a little bit, but it was like $15 to $20 for a ticket,
And then
And
we got
It was,
the gas
it was a
chamber.
wristband.
and you got a wristband.
Okay.
And the wristband, like, so then all the venues, no matter which one, you got in.
Okay.
Because you had the wristband.
So it's like Pleasure Island in Disney.
Kind
yeah.
of, yeah. And every venue had different bands
Okay.
that night. And you got at the door, they gave you a list of the times that bands were going on.
Oh, cool.
It was like
That sounds
imagine
badass.
imagine
Yeah.
how like our little ass downtown is.
Fuck yeah.
But imagine the entire thing being turned into one club.
No, that's badass. That sounds amazing.
It's like
It
you
was
showed
great.
up with a wristband. It's
Yeah.
like that place is gonna have these bands
yeah.
at these times. This place, this
Yeah.
place, this
Fuck
thing.
yeah, that sounds like a great
So you
time.
It
literally
was.
just walked around. I'm like, okay, well, I want to go see this band over
Yeah.
here, and then we'll go over here to get see this
Right.
band, and over here.
Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
And I don't know why they stopped it, but yeah.
It wasn't even violent. Like there was never like
No.
They didn't like. They just blocked it off. It was like downtown.
Someone said it
became-
was insurance or some shit.
I
and I
want to use
went,
that as a
"Oh,
hashtag.
man."
It wasn't even violent.
yeah.
It was. It was
Sorry, I
awesome.
didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to explain what that was.
That
No,
is-
it's fantastic.
with the exception of those, street festivals are just they're in the way.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
like,
I mean, that was basically a music festival that happened on the
You're
street.
right.
So
it's like strollers and dogs where they don't fit.
Yes.
Like
So
leave
you
your
hate
kid
it.
at home is gonna have a sunburn.
hate street festivals.
So I have the most short-term memory when it comes to shit like this. I hate them. And I fucking forget that every fucking time.
Yes. Right, because in theory it sounds like fun. You're like,
Yes.
hey, my bros are going out. Let's go.
So we
fucking-"
get up yesterday. I get off work and I come home. I pick up Billy. We get some beer. We head over to my friend Baxter's. We start pre-drinking. My friend Roberta shows up, and she was in town visiting, and she's like, "Yeah, this sounds great." We fucking walk over there, and I shit you not, and I like to say that I shit you not.
It's good word. It's good verbs.
There was 40,000 fucking people there.
It was huge. Dude.
40,000 people easily at that thing.
Okay.
It was wall to wall. You couldn't. It was like.
I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it.
It was like if there was a zombie outbreak in New York, walking through people. So we start trying to figure out where we're gonna head to, just so we can get a beer.
Yeah, you got to head for the high road, like a
And-
tsunami.
We went to La Rue Nahati and we got beers right away
Okay.
because that's
Well,
not.
no one's gonna think to go in there to get a
No
beer.
one's gonna
Right.
think going to
Good
get
call,
beers,
good
and
call.
they didn't. So then.
That's hilarious.
My friend Roberta and I, she came to town. We have not seen each other in 18 years, and it was like we did not miss a beat.
Okay.
When we were in college, we were both people watchers. And so we walk out. She goes, "Ooh." She goes, "We got to look at some people." And I go, "Well, we got to make a list." She goes, "Well, what are we looking for?" And I go, so I go, okay. Here's what we're looking for. The whitest girl with dreadlocks
Gross.
that looks like she hasn't had a shower in a month.
Okay.
She goes, okay. And then I went, oh. The most gangbanger looking dude with a child.
Nice.
And we found that
It's
one.
like a scavenger
I'm-
hunt.
That it was.
I'm sure you found that in like 5 minutes. Then
We
there.
found
It
that
was
one
crazy.
quickly,
A
yes.
struggler hunt.
Then we were going to find old fat hippie dad with a fanny pack.
Ooh.
Had to have the fanny pack.
I
How
love
many
fanny
of 'em?
packs.
Huh?
How many of them did you need?
We only found one.
You only found one.
Yeah.
I love fanny packs.
Then
just so
what
we're
else
clear.
were you looking for? I'm trying to think.
I was looking for anyone else that had an umbrella.
Yeah.
It was like out of all the
Good
people
call.
that were there, it was me and I
Yeah.
saw 2 other people that were like had an umbrella. Everyone else was like running around like acid rain or something. I was like,
Yeah, with hair like this, I have to plan. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be getting this shit wet. Yes,
I
I
own-
gotta
yeah,
bring an
I
umbrella.
own an umbrella and I don't ever take it anywhere.
I take it everywhere.
And so we go there, and then we end up like going over to the we go down to where the band is playing, and whoever the fuck, I don't know how they got 40,000 people out for this. That band was terrible.
What was the band?
are you talking about the headlining band
Yeah.
that they had there? Yeah, I know. Who were they?
They were like some jazz. They were like,
Yeah, because last year they had Tennessee.
yeah, they had Arrested Development.
Yeah.
This year they had America's preeminent jazz funk ensemble.
How the fuck are you gonna go from a game of horseshoes?
Yeah, to bow, ba-dum, bow, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bow, ta-dum, bum, 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 bum.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Fucking
whoa.
Billy and I, we had to go to the porta potties, and they were by the band,
See porta potties.
so we had to pee while listening to it, and both of us were like, "Let's get the fuck away from this."
Right.
And
It's unfortunate.
so we ran away from that, And we got over to Tractor Tap Room because Billy had a wooden chip that he needed. He's broke, so he wanted to get a beer with it. We had to wait in line to get into the tap room.
Yep.
I'm not waiting in line for shit other than a kidney.
And once we got done with that, I was like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's just it.
At 9:30 we left. We went downtown.
Dude, Geckos didn't have a line.
Geckos didn't?
Nope.
Oh, bullshit, dude. We go over there, and the red light cameras are playing, and
Oh.
there's so many people, I couldn't even get over to Geckos.
Well, we
See,
got
that's why I don't leave my house.
we got there right after the bands stopped playing there.
Because we saw when red light cameras was playing,
And
we
there
couldn't
was
even get near the stage.
Nobody there. It was awesome. We just walked right in. Do 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 do.
It was crazy. So I when you have to like leave there to go downtown to be around less people, that's bad. Downtown is where you go to and there's a lot of people, and there was less. I
Right.
hate it. I hate them. They're terrible.
It's
Unanimous.
unanimous.
Street festivals can go suck a ball.
Suck
dude.
Just
a
with
dick.
Colorado, your gourmet burgers, and what else was it? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Colorado and gourmet burgers, and now street festivals. Look at us.
Fuck you.
We're never getting invited anywhere.
No.
We're the people not to invite. We're like, fuck your shit, you festival,
Fuck
you
your
fucking
shit.
Colorado.
It seems like Colorado and street festivals might go hand in hand.
I kind
though.
of feel like they would too, and a burger.
Do they have like
Okay.
one every day there? I mean, every time I go to Denver, it seems like they have a street
I've
festival.
never been there,
Denver?
but I still
Yeah.
hate it. But I'm thinking about going tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, Tuesday.
What?
I am.
Thinking
right.
about going tomorrow.
Yeah,
Why not?
Tuesday.
So you want to do one more? We have about 13 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about hosting house parties / barbecues?
I'd like to take the last word
You're
on
going
that.
to take the last one. I just took the last word, so I'll take the first word. I see. If this was going to house parties or barbecues, I would say I love this. But since it's not that, it's hosting. I'm going to say I hate this. I hate hosting house parties and barbecues. I'll tell you why. Number one, you don't really get to enjoy them that much because you're usually running around making sure everyone else is enjoying themselves, as any good host should. That's
Yes.
your job.
That's your job
But
as
it's
a host.
really not enjoyable. I mean, you run around and you try to make everyone else happy, and you end up spending a lot of money for no reason. You end up buying more alcohol than possible because nobody brings shit, even though you told them to. Something gets broken,
Usually by spirit.
and then you usually end up someone comes over that was your friend, and then something happens, and they're no longer your friend anymore.
Oh,
And then
no wonder you've never had a party.
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had many actually.
I've never been to a party here.
Because I don't have them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I could see you, yeah.
And then then something's stolen.
Something's stolen.
You gotta
Always
figure
something
out.
gets stolen.
and then
Something
you,
gets
and then
broken.
and then you just sit there thinking about who stole it.
and you have to sit there and like, well, did they mean to take my jacket? Because I have 3 extra jackets now. Did they
Yeah.
just take the wrong one?
Oh, that's the
Or-
other thing. People leave shit, and then it's your now job to like figure out who left what, and when you'll see them again to give the shit back.
If they're even friends of yours.
If they're and then
Do you know that guy that was in this jacket?
And then there's always people that show up that aren't even friends that you don't even know, and they never have beer, and they eat food, and I don't know. I fucking hate it. I hate the moochers and I hate the leechers. They drive me nuts. Hate them.
I can't help it. I love hosting parties. It is like one of my favorite things to do. Cooking food for people, making drinks for people. Hell, I'll fucking foot the bill, the entire bill. But I like making people happy.
Yeah.
And I like, yeah, shit's going to get broken at my house. Something might get stolen. I don't leave anything out that I really care about. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing I really care about is my clothes. So unless they leave the house with my clothes or my cat, whatever. So I don't really give a shit. But I love throwing parties. I love showing off my ability to be a host. It's so effortless for me to like float through, especially my own space. Like, I mean, and I've like thrown parties professionally. Like, you give me a venue and I can throw a party there. Like, I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I like hosting parties. I love it.
I like hosting parties at other people's places.
But my place is even easier because I know where everything is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, like one time we did like the like Last Hurrah at the Pulse, and that place had been gutted out. So like we had to recreate like behind the bars actual bar stuff because there was nothing behind the bar. I mean, from the front it still looked like a workable bar, but there was
Sure.
nothing behind there. There was like sawed off pipes and like nothing.
Yeah.
So
Weird.
we're using like milk crates and
Yes.
Weird.
like freaking bags of ice and shit, and
Interesting.
hiring just some of the metalheads from downtown as security. Like,
Interesting. Was this a legal party?
yes, it was legal. We had a
Oh.
canopy license.
Oh, okay.
So we had all the paperwork in.
Cool.
But I mean, hosting parties, I love hosting parties. My parties, other people's parties, my house, anywhere.
Oh, okay. So you love them.
It's a passion. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
It's a passion. All right. Well, okay. So here's how I feel right now. I don't know. I don't want to take it neutral. So I'm going to talk myself through this, and then by the end, I will tell you how I feel. So I used to host a Christmas party every year. You know how
Okay.
they play on, I think it's TBS or TNT, the 24 Hours of Christmas Story?
Yeah.
So it starts at whatever time. You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Kid, that movie. They play it back to back for 24
Okay.
hours straight. So I would host a party every year that once that show started and once it ended, that's when my party started and that's when it ended.
No
and
shit.
we like had a beautiful home and like it wasn't some fucking ratchet shit. Like we supplied all the
Some
food.
ratchet shit.
Yeah, like I had a nice party. Like we had, like
Y'all want to go to ratchet ass Tommy's
no,
house?
it wasn't ratchet ass shit at all. It was like a nice party. So we would like start out with, and here's the thing in Michigan, like on Christmas Eve, once you hit midnight, you can't buy beer again until the day after Christmas at
Right.
7 a.m.
Here-
you got-
here as well.
Is that the same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to pre-buy all your booze. So I mean, we would stock up, for like weeks ahead of time, and we, like you said, I'd foot the whole bill, and I was
Yeah.
happy to do so, and it was wonderful because you'd have the people that came after Christmas Eve dinner and they'd
Yeah.
stop by. You'd have the people that came Christmas morning on their way and have Bloody Marys. And, nobody would really show up at, like, the 4 a.m. mark. It was
No.
usually the people that spent the night and then people that would come in the morning, And I loved that. It was like, I lived for that day. That was, like, my party. I'd always buy a slammin' dress and, like, I'd go all out for this party. And I loved hosting it. And then recently now, I'm living here in downtown Albuquerque, and I'm very fortunate that I'm surrounded by my neighbors.
Yeah.
Like I'm surrounded by people that want to hang out, and it's interesting to me because I've always had like a professional career, so I've always worked 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So it's interesting to me that people are like home during the day, and like now I'm meeting people that are like it's Tuesday at noon and they want to grab a beer. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's fairly normal here.
Yeah, right. And I'm learning this way of this life of like day friends. And so anyway, I've become pretty good friends with a lot of my neighbors. And so for whatever reason, whether it be the fact that I like to shoot at bows and arrows that brings people over, or the fact that, I'm pretty easygoing to be around, I have turned into the hostess lately.
Oh, yeah.
Like day after day, I'm hosting these house parties, and for the most part, I love them. I really do. But like you said, somebody backed up my toilet the other day. Now your problem is mine.
Yeah.
I had $50 stolen from me. That's some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's-
You know what I mean? I've had people come in and drink all my beer when I
Yeah.
didn't ask them to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I've had people. I have a brand new hammock, and I asked this young man to not be a douchebag when he was like flailing around and like ripped a hole in it. And it's just like
Oh.
that sort of thing is. And I have dogs, and then I worry about them, and so they're. But the positive side is I'm taking a piss in my own bathroom. I'm sleeping in my own bed. I know where all my own shit is. And so I guess I love them. I guess all that rambling brings me to the fact that I do love hostessing a party. Plus, I'm also like a warden. You've seen me in action. I'm like the gatekeeper. Like, I like to. If there's somebody at the party that I don't like, I can throw them out because it's my house. If I'm at your house, I can't throw them out because I'm a dickhead.
You're just all,
Yeah.
there is no Dana, there's only Zool.
Right.
Get out of my house.
That's how I am. And I am like that. I threw 3 people out of my house last
Nice,
week. You know what I mean? But
nice.
if I was at your house, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I'd have to be like whoever had a house full of dickheads. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I'm pretty sure you'd be able to kick people out of my house too.
Yeah.
You're a rarity, though. Most people don't like it when the little redhead shows up and starts bossing people around. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why I do also like being at my house. Because I'm like, this weekend I had this guy, and I just kept calling him Wobbly. I was like, Wobbly's got to go. He's going to fall any minute and break something. And his elbow was right at my face. He was tall. And I'm like, no, go right now. Why? Because you're wobbly.
I've had so many fun experiences from like
Me too.
from hosting parties, and that's why I can't like the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
It
so
does.
much
It
more.
really does.
I mean, walking past the bathroom and like seeing like one of my friends like apparently like playing mad scientist over my toilet, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Man, this shit's just all full of chemicals. I'm helping you out, man." I'm like, "Are you pouring all of my hair care products down the toilet?"
Right.
It's like foaming over in different colors. I'm like,
Yes.
"Whatever, dude. Most of those are always out anyway. I'm going to bed, dude. Don't drown yourself."
Right. The other morning I
Wow.
woke
I'd
up and
shit
like
the
I had
bed.
this big ass bed and like it was like a fucking Fiona Apple video. Like I woke up and me and all my girlfriends were like passed out, and there was like 9 of us in my bed, and I was like, this is awesome that I get to wake up with like 9 of my friends because
Yeah.
you know, and I know my dogs are safe and I know where the water is and I know
Dags.
where my toothbrush is and like
I've had parties
cool.
where I've literally gone and slept on my neighbor's couch because there's so many people
Yes.
passed out in my house. I'm like,
Oh wow.
wait, there's someone passed out in the hallway.
just don't disrespect me, bro.
No.
We're cool.
Three people in my room,
But I get them out before.
3 people in the other room.
I've just had a lot of.
There's like 2 people curled up, not on the couch, but also in the living room. I was like, there's literally no place for me to sleep. So like I show up at my neighbor's house. I'm like, can I crash on your couch real quick?
Yeah, like this week I started to line them up who was going to puke, so I got them out of there before that ever happened.
Oh,
know what
you
I
can
mean?
watch-
And
you can see
that's-
it.
Yep, and I do, and
You
I'm like,
see it.
I go, your boys got to go because I have no friends. So well, I mean, I do. I have a small group of friends, but a lot of the people that come to my home are brought with other people.
Yeah.
So I can look right at you, Smiley, and be like, your boys got to go right
Yep.
now. Get them the fuck out of
Take
here.
'em
And
outta
I
here.
do that. And so like I've not had any instances where people have like puked in my house or you know, gotten crazy hammered because I just
Yeah.
yeah.
I've probably thrown more people out of places than you guys ever would dream. Because I was
Wow.
we had house parties every
Yeah.
weekend, and being the president or whatever, I had to always, people they bring their shit ass busted friends,
Fucking ratchet.
and then I always had to fucking throw the motherfuckers out
Yes.
because the person that brought them, they left,
Oh yeah, that shit would always happen to me. That was like my least favorite
Yeah.
part. Is like they'd show up with their friend, and then they'd get tired of their friend, and they would ditch
Yeah,
their
ditch
friend.
them
And I'm
there.
like,
Right.
and
you.
now
Well,
some stranger
and
is
if
my
it was,
problem.
If it was one of our brothers, they got it. They got it when they got back.
Oh,
well,
what's
here's
that?
here's like when our house burned down and we built a new house. We had this is what we had to do. We made the house in a U shape. So and then the U was cut like imagine look down on it. It's a U shape.
Okay.
The lower part of the U, cut that in half. Cut the U in complete half. One half of the U was the front part of the house, and that was the party room.
Oh, okay.
The back part of the house was the living area, so you could shut it off. People could they could show up to the house through the front door. They can go to the bathrooms. They could party in the front area. They could go out into the middle patio, the middle of the U, but they
Okay.
couldn't get to the rest of the house. Well, in all of the party area, at 6 feet from the floor to 6 feet up, was punch-proof wall material.
Nice.
Punch-proof.
Wow.
You punched it, it would shatter your fist.
That's badass.
Yeah, and the reason why is because people would punch fucking holes in the wall. Well, the one place we didn't have that, bathrooms. People would punch fucking holes in the wall in the fucking bathrooms.
Just
where you go to get
Just to be
unwind.
dicks, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's where
So-
you go to fucking look yourself in the
so-
mirror and realize you're fucking stupid, and then you have to
Well,
punch something.
and then we kept fixing the same hole, so we would fix the hole. So then someone would come in and see that you could kind of see that hole is fixed, punch it hole again. So what we did was we stuck big blocks of wood behind there,
Nice.
and then somebody fucking punched the wood, broke their fucking hand. And then they have to act like it didn't happen and leave. I don't know who did it. But yeah, that's the kind of shit, having to deal with. That's why I hate them, because,
Well, see, I mean, I understand.
dealing with that
Fair
shit.
enough, I get it, but
I
know.
understand
Yeah.
that mentality from like working downtown at any bar.
Yeah.
People will do that in the bathroom.
Fucking
And
crazy.
honestly, we
Yeah, every
went-
time.
they went up doing the same thing over
Yeah.
at the Blackbird. It's
Yeah.
like after the third time they broke that same hole,
Yeah.
they filled in the hole. So it's like, well, it doesn't look good, but whoever tries to break it next time is
Yeah.
not gonna.
Every time I go to
break
Sister
the
Bar and there's a
wall.
big hole right above the urinal, I'm reminded of those nightmares. So that's why, people when they get drunk are savage animals. But I mean,
I am.
I'm sure the people that you had at your Christmas party were probably a lot different than the
I
ones.
was the most savage of all animals
Yeah.
at my own Christmas party. I'm always
So-
the
That's-
most savage of animals.
See, that's the way to do it. If you're frightening your own guests,
That's what
they
I do.
are really not gonna screw with the
Yeah.
rest of your house.
You would have died, Smiley. Last week at my barbecue, there was this cockroach, and it had to be about that big. I'm not shitting you, and I don't like them at all. I don't like bugs. They scare me. It's all these bitches. They were like snobby, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And I walked over, and I was like this. I picked it up with my bare hand,
Yeah.
and I held it up, and I was like, "Is this what you're afraid of?" And I was like, "Bitches!" And I took the cockroach, and I threw it over the fence, and I was like, "Ha ha ha!" And I walked away, and they were like, "Holy shit!" And I
Whoa.
did. I frightened them
Yeah.
to death. Even
Good.
though I was frightened, I made it more frightening than it
Once
needed to
your
be.
guests are frightened of the
Everybody
host,
was.
it's no one's.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No one's
They're
gonna
like,
screw with you
"Can I
anymore."
use your bathroom?
I don't
Do
know.
you have
Can
a-"
you?
I spilled a drink. Is that okay? I'm
Yep.
like, did you see my carpet? Who fucking cares?
No, but did you clean
Oh,
it up,
Just wanted to make
motherfucker?
sure.
Right.
Cool, man. So, do you guys have anything to promote that is coming up? Smiley, anything?
I don't.
Yeah.
As far as no upcoming dance performances. Really just I'm working on trying to get movie work right now.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's about it.
I have my blog, TommyWaz.com, and I recently shot some videos to back it up, and I have to make my peace with posting them because I feel very awkward
Yeah.
as an actress that I am not
Well, I mean, we have
in our show.
the Dirty Duo Radio Show. You can check us out on iTunes. And then I haven't
iTunes.
posted it yet, but I have coming up. We're recording the third episode of it. It's called Wrestling Old School Review. It's me and Rusty Rutherford, local comedian. We review old wrestling pay-per-views, and we just haven't got all the... We've got 2 recordings down. We just don't have the intro done or the logo. So we're going to put that out soon, and it'll already have, like, multiple podcasts to listen to. So if you're a wrestling fan, or even if you're not, it's going to be out. Tommy might do the one tomorrow night?
I'll do one tomorrow night.
Okay.
That I commit to.
Okay.
Send me a text in the morning.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Then the 31st, we're doing
Oh,
a show
yeah.
at the Launchpad opening for O Ranger,
oh.
Starsky, Get Action, and Award Tour.
Looking
Oh,
forward to
wow.
that.
Yeah. And I talked to Nolan. We're going to try to get really better high-def cameras than this. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually interview O Ranger on stage.
We can use my GoPro.
Really?
I just don't, there's no way to connect it, really,
Oh.
without buying a $600 piece of equipment.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's a lot of dicks in a couple ways,
Yeah.
but
And if I know there's probably a way to do it, but it's pretty intense to do that. But so we have that show the 31st.
maybe I can get someone to film it for us.
Then also that would be great.
Yeah, come
we
back
also
to me on that.
have we were thrown an opportunity. We had a guy on the show a couple weeks ago, Matt Simons from Distillery 365, and I'll tease that for the second hour because maybe we'll talk a little bit about that.
360. I thought it was 585.
Nope,
No, 365.
365?
Remember? Like
Yeah.
365 days a year you get
Yep.
hammered. But it was a
No.
trail out in
I saw
fucking-
something today, Smiley. I don't know if you would have been able to contain yourself.
Oh, shit.
I saw a 55-gallon drum of vodka
Where?
at Distillery 365.
Take me to the
He goes,
promised
he
land,
goes, you want to
son."
see a big barrel of vodka? And I go, yeah. I was like, wow. And I guess like the way it works is like he brews it, and it's like a small batch, but it's 190 proof.
Uh-huh.
And then he has to water it down to like 80 proof.
Yep.
I was like, wow, that's kind of intense.
Holy shit.
But anyway, we're gonna
Where?
we're gonna start doing a show there. Kind of a show. We're gonna start doing a game show there.
Oh shit. Come on down.
Come on down. You're the next
Barrel
contestant.
vodka.
Closest without going over.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, look, we're gonna talk about that the second hour a little bit. Other than that, I think that's all right. You can watch us here every Sunday night, 10drinkminimum.com, 8 to 10. We have a phone number. You can call us. I don't know what it is.
It is 505-750-1353.
Yeah. And then go to 10drinkminimum.com. You can watch us live on there. If you're listening to the podcast, you ever want to watch us live, the show's live there on the site. And we drink, and you definitely should drink as well. But always remember, never get too drunk to jerk 10drinkminimum.com. Tommy still don't want to say it.
Albuquerque's #1 podcast for a third straight time. You're listening to the 3-time champions 10 drink minimum with Chris, Billy, Smiley, and Tommy.
Yeah, welcome back to 10 Drink Minimum. I think I'm a little too loud, aren't I? Maybe a little bit, I don't know. Back for the wavy hour. Billy is not here, but
Dick.
Tommy and Smiley are here, right?
We don't need no motherfucking Billy.
You what?
I miss him though.
He's playing video games with his nephew. It's his
That's
nephew's
fair.
It's his nephew's birthday today.
That's fair.
Um,
Family first.
We have a call-in number, right, Smiley? What is it?
We sure do. It's area code 505-750-1353.
So if anybody wants to call in, say hello, talk about this. This is the week of our 9-year anniversary of 10 Drink Minimum. It's my anniversary as well of doing 9 years of this show.
Snap.
Oh, I just dropped a pen behind the couch. Can't use that now.
Oh shit.
Um,
Shit's getting real over here. Dropping pens behind couches 9 years later.
Yeah. Yes.
We got pen drops going on.
Mother-
should we
Fucking shit
talk
is
about the
real.
Distillery 365 stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the premise?
So
of
I
the
was
situation?
at Distillery 365 today because they have Bloody Mary Sunday Bloody Sunday, and I was watching Russell Pyle play some music. A friend of mine. Well, the owner comes over.
Is it Russell Pyle Billy?
Russell James? What?
Did he look just like him in the picture? I was like, isn't that Billy? No, it's not.
What?
Russell's a white guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a picture
And he
of
has
a man.
hair.
With a beard and
Oh,
a
then
lot
that's
of
not
hair.
the picture I saw. It was a picture of
What?
Billy. Early this morning.
Billy
I was-
wasn't even with me.
I'm just telling you, the picture that I saw did not look like. And
What?
I was hungover. Okay, never mind. Maybe I
I'm
like
blown away
dreamed
by
it.
this. What?
I might have dreamed it. I have some weird shit going on in my brain
Hungover
these
on
days.
PCP? Like, what,
Yeah.
I mean, what were you?
You know, I'm not right these days. Just so we're clear.
Hold on here. I'm looking through these pictures now.
Yeah, it was like I was like, oh, Billy, is that his new Chip McGay or whatever the fuck is
This picture?
Montgomery? Yeah.
Oh, it
That's
is
the
in
one
black and white. So
That's the one I thought was Billy, and I was going quick. I go
no,
quick, you know.
that's not Billy.
I flip hard.
I guess the way he's holding his head, I could see it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
I
off
was
the hook
like,
a
oh,
little bit.
okay.
Okay.
And I just saw the name, and I was like, it's somebody I'd never heard of, and I was just assumed
Well-
it was another Ship
Yeah.
McGee or whatever his fucking name is.
So,
And-
so
Are you
we
talking
were.
about Chip Begay?
Oh, pardon
the
me, yes.
perfect Navajo.
yes, I apologize. I meant no disrespect.
So,
Navajo
so
community.
the story goes, the owner from Distillery 365, Matt Simons, who was on this show a couple weeks ago, hell of a job, loved the guy.
Yeah, he was super nice to us, and he accepted us for who we were.
Billy wasn't on the show that night either, was he?
No.
No.
Oh shit, that's why we're getting places. It's because Billy ain't
Yeah.
around. Right, look what happens when Billy goes away.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Let's
joking.
have a vote. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know I'm joking.
So he's like, I've been meaning to talk to you. He's like, we're talking about doing like Geeks Who Drink, Geeks Who Drink has like gotten so big now. They have their own game show now on the Sci-Fi Network. Do you know that?
No.
I did not.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seems
Wow.
a bit intense.
And I've played some Geeks Who Drink, and they can be fun. The problem I have with them is if you're not into trivia or you're not good at trivia, then it's not a good thing to go to.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
No.
Everyone's really intense about it. There's like
Yeah.
lots of like competition.
Or
You-
if you
yes.
show up late and you don't know what's going on and you're not in it,
You're fucked.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, there's no place
It's
to go.
almost useless to be there.
Yeah, it's like an hour. It's like another hour and a half of boredom. You're like, well,
Yeah.
I didn't get on
Yeah.
a team.
Nowhere to run
Right.
to, nowhere to hide.
Well, so it's gotten so big, it's become expensive now to
what
do.
the fuck?
Like they've demanded
it, right?
Yeah. So he's telling me like that he calls them and he's like talking to them and they're like, "Well, you've got to sign a contract for 3 months." And it's $3,000.
Wow.
And I don't know if what I didn't understand is that $3,000
a month.
A
or
month?
just
Or a
with
session?
The contract. Whoa.
How many times do they
Don't know.
fucking do it a week?
once?
So it's $250 a week is what they're paying the people to come in to do it.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean it's $1,000 a month, $250 a week.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Then that makes sense.
3 months, 3,000. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like when you break it down show per show, $250 between the four of us is not that good of money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if they paid us that. That'd be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we can't hate on them for getting paid that much when you really think about it. If it was $250 between the
Well,
four of us, like what are we doing with? I mean, that's not
That's-
even.
No.
We'd have a
That
bunch
good of
of
money.
really nice equipment.
Right.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, yes. It would
Let's
be
see.
yes.
Let's see what that is. But see, I don't know if that's what that meant.
Right.
Hold on. It's about $62 a piece. Mm-hmm. You know, that's more than most musicians get paid to play in Albuquerque.
Are you sure?
That's
Yes.
true. Well,
Most of them don't get paid at all.
Aaron Bent kills it, dude.
Think-
Makes
well,
all
I-
the dough.
She's also a lot hotter than most of them.
Holler.
How
See,
many-
why are people mad at having a beaver?
how many people actually? I mean, like staff people go. Does it require for Geeksy Drink? 2, 1. Usually there's 2. I've been the ones where there's 1. That's it. You need an MC
Yeah.
who's licensed by that particular
Really?
group.
Right.
That's it.
So, rather than do that, he wants us to come and do something there on Wednesday nights, and we'll get paid. I'm sure we won't get paid $250. I'm sure we won't.
Right.
And
I'm all about.
and it's fine. But my thing is I don't want to do Geeks Who Drink
No.
because number one, there's like a different one around town every night.
Yeah. They've got that market cornered. There's no
It's
reason for
cornered
us.
in Albuquerque. There's one in Old Town. There's one in downtown. There's one in Nob Hill. There's one there's one
Yeah.
in the Heights. You can literally travel around, and some people do. That's the other
Go
problem
there
too.
every day, yeah.
They go and do it like every night, and it's the same questions. So then they just go win prizes. I don't even know how that's fun. So my thing is like let's do something that's more for people anyone can do,
Right?
and you don't have to worry about yelling shit out, whatever. So I was thinking let's do like a Cards Against Humanity type thing.
You were
where
talking about this,
There's
yeah.
the 4 of us up there, and people who sign up to do this, we give, they draw, I think it's like 7 cards out of the bin of, different answers. If you never played Cards Against Humanity, you learn the rules. So then, each one of us will take turns, and we'll read out the question with the blank on it. I feel like I'm the only one with my phone out.
No, I'm listening to
Yeah.
you, Darts.
And,
Yes, I'm talking about what you're saying.
I know.
right
I'm
now.
like, you guys need help here.
No,
So-
I'm sharing your message.
No. So then.
I already gave Tammy a shout out. Are you paying
Yeah.
attention to what I'm doing over here?
No, I can. I'm doing a
Okay.
show here.
No, but I am too.
But I figure like that way people will have to because the big thing with Cards Against Humanity is what you do is like say I go up there and I'm like when I am on a Saturday night I am usually blanking with my blank, and with that one they'd have to bring up 2 cards
Oh, yeah.
and they'd have to do 1 and number 2. So you have to sit there and read each one, and you go on a Saturday night I'm usually fisting.
And it would be like who?
Tommy.
It would be.
No. But the thing was,
I'm
Sorry.
supposed to know.
the big thing
I
is
know.
like you might think you have the best answer with Cards
I'm the
Against Humanity.
conservative one.
Right. You might think that you have the best answer, but it's the best answer to you. You're not playing to you. You're playing to the person who's judging it. And
Okay.
so like if it's me, I'm choosing the one I feel is the best. So then people, whenever they have to like pick, they're gonna kind of have to like get to know who we are.
See, I like that. It's like
Yeah.
the quiz thing you put
Yeah.
in. Which member of Ten Drink Minimum
Right,
Yes.
right, right. That
are
was
you?
fun. I was the only one that got me.
No, there was many people who got you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. It
Yeah.
was,
And
a
it was
pretty good
weird because more
cross-section.
people got Smiley than they got Billy, which I found to be odd and scary.
It is hot and scary, but yet awesome.
Yeah.
It's because you put down that I enjoy watching PBS,
Yeah.
and there's enough people out there.
Could be.
Like John Morgan, I think was like the first one that got it. He was
Mm.
like, I too enjoy cooking for myself and watching PBS
Yeah.
and drinking and doing drugs.
And I think the cool thing about it too is like it can just be fun, and it's funny because it's like we're sitting up there and we're reading like the questions and answers. I had some of them like pulled up earlier, and you don't have to even be in the game
Right.
to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're sitting there with someone.
He said fisting.
Yes, right. Let me find. Like I had the cards pulled up earlier because you can even, it's not an official game, I don't think, or maybe it is, But I know you can just like download the questions and then do them.
Okay.
Like an
Yeah.
app?
What's that?
Like
No. Like they have a PDF and you print them out and then cut them out.
So we don't,
Oh,
like,
okay.
spend
Yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So we don't have to spend money to make money this time.
Well, and then we could make our own after a while because
Right.
you don't want to, download the PDF. And so there's, all these
Random
questions. Let me
money.
find one for example. I'm really bad at giving the example of what it would be like.
Fisting, you already covered it.
Well.
I'm just kidding.
Who doesn't like a good fisting on a Saturday
I mean,
afternoon?
Right.
seriously.
Well, some of it's not even that, and it is pretty raunchy though.
Oh, I've played it a couple times. It's
Yeah. Of course, it's gonna take forever to load this shit up. of
you
course.
you are looking for the most creative.
But we are also doing a
And-
show at a bar,
Right?
Oh yeah.
so
If you can guess what I would usually be doing on a Saturday evening,
God help us all, right? If you
Right.
can do that, right? Then you're the real Messiah.
right. So yeah, and it may not even be this, but this is what like we're talking about now. He wants us to come up with something. But what I really like is there's if you guys haven't gone to the place yet, and if you guys want, we
Nope.
can go look at it like
Yeah, let's
sometime
do it.
this week. And man, that place has a lot of potential.
oh, I'm told you, I've been wanting
Yeah.
to go. It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys
Yes.
go like during the daytime hours.
Yeah.
When,
No, let's go one night this week.
When I'm not.
Okay. We definitely can
awake.
like Tuesday or something.
Yeah, I've got a friend coming in from out of town this week, so he lands tomorrow at midnight, and he'll be here until Thursday night. So yeah, we're gonna fucking party. So for the next 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, I feel like you have a friend coming into town like once a month.
I'm popular. I do. Yeah, and I'm fortunate, But,
Yeah.
but what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell me on the where I should go. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like people are like, you got to come back here.
Well, I
you
don't-
got to
yeah,
come back
that's,
there.
That's crazy. To
Yeah,
me.
well, it's lovely, and I mean, I'm lucky to have
I get it.
yes people that love me and want to come and see me, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I will say I was really happy. I got a visitor this week,
yeah.
and I wanna
Your
tell
period?
I wanna chalk one up on the board.
Okay.
We have another one for our people. My friend Roberta got divorced a month ago,
Okay.
and she realized you don't have to be married. You don't have to live a traditional lifestyle. I can have fun and I can do whatever I want, and I don't have to answer to anybody.
Right.
And I was like, yes. She came into town. We went to college together, and she has tons of friends that live in Albuquerque. She goes, I only wanted to call you, though, because I knew you'd be down to just be free and
Fuck
do whatever
yeah.
the fuck you wanted. And I was like, yes.
That's nice too. Yeah, like my
Yes.
friends in Detroit that I went to see, like once I got there, I was like, I don't need to go anywhere else. Like I'm with my people. I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know the party people,
Yeah.
and not even like the party people. Just people who are like,
Oh.
like
Well,
they'll actually just stop by my house.
yeah.
Like people I won't even know have moved back to Albuquerque. I'll just get a knock on the door, and I'm there like squinty eyed,
Yeah,
in my
this is
boxers. I'm like,
any
do
time
I
of the
need to
day.
put on pants? Oh, it's
Yep.
it's Sean Schumann. Hey, dude, I didn't know you moved back. He's like, yeah, dude, I was just, I don't know, you want to like go hang out today or something? I'm like, sure. Let me just brush my teeth. It's like 4 in the afternoon. I'm like,
Then you go, I don't know, man. I got to go to work. And they go, oh, you do? And you go, no.
no.
Laugh.
Not really.
That's hilarious.
I know today he came and got a haircut and he was like, why are you all dressed up? And I was like, this is my nightgown. And it was like 4.
In the afternoon.
I'm like, I've been in this motherfucker and I worked in it all day.
Wow.
Yep.
and so, yeah. So it's funny because then I was like, okay, well, she's not going to want to party too late. And she
40.
goes, well, I'm a night nurse, so I sleep during the day. And I went, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Then it was really funny because 2 of our other friends were like, they came to town too, just totally opposite. And they texted me at like 5 o'clock and they're like, man, almost Albuquerque, we're going to party it down tonight. And I was like, cool. All of a sudden 8:30 rolls around. Sorry, man, we're old. We're going to bed. And I just laughed and I went, what the fuck?
8:30.
Yeah.
Okay, there's been days that I don't get up until after that.
Yeah.
8:30
Right.
p.m.
Right.
I did yesterday. That's what I did yesterday.
I was like, it's rainy and stuff. I don't want to move. I'll just go back to sleep. Oh, and ever since I found out that apparently T-Mobile just does free Netflix streaming on your phone.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, some days if it doesn't look like it's nice out, I don't even leave my bed. I just kind of like prop up my
Badass.
cell phone. I'm like, I'll just watch a couple episodes of this till I pass out again.
So I'm reading some of the Cards Against Humanity questions.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we got up there, this is like some of the stuff we would say.
Okay.
What gives me uncontrollable gas? So then these people would have like 7 cards amongst them, and they would look through and they'd find the one they think is the funniest, bring it up, and then I would have to go through and find the one I think is the funniest or that I like the best, and then they would get a point.
If they got the same one.
Yeah.
So-
No, that's theirs. They brought it up.
So it'd be like per table, right?
So
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'd switch off between
I'd have
people.
to play this to understand it,
Okay.
I think.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Okay. So they have a bunch of these are just the cards that you pull. There's 2 different decks of cards.
Okay.
There's the cards that the tables will have, and they just have like phrases on them, like a cat's butt or
Okay.
Richard Nixon or whatever.
Okay.
And so they bring up. So me and Smiley are in the crowd.
I love your examples.
No, that's what
Those are actual
it
cards.
does have
no,
stuff like that.
I know. I just think it's great.
So Smiley and I
Choices.
we're in the crowd.
Okay.
So you would read what gives me uncontrollable gas. Smiley and I will look through our cards, and I'm gonna go, ooh, Richard Nixon. Smiley's gonna go, oh, a cat's butt. So then he brings his card up to you, and they lay him face down, and then I bring mine up there, and then you get them all out, and then you're like, and then you read out loud, what gives me uncontrollable gas? Richard Nixon. What gives me controller gas? A cat's butt. And then there's like 5 others or 10 others, and then you
Okay.
pick which one you feel is the best. And then you go, what table was that? And they raise their hand because that's the one. They're the ones who brought that one up.
Okay.
So they're the ones who made you laugh.
Okay.
Does that make
All right,
sense?
Yep. It makes
See,
perfect
and then
sense.
they get a point.
I think.
So that's the thing is like they, as a table, have to like gauge what they think you're
Right.
going to think is the best
Okay.
answer. So then the very next, so then
Okay.
I go I go
Okay.
next, and I write my card I pull says, "What do old people smell like?" And then they'll
They'll pick what
one
like,
table brings up Altar Boys. Someone else brings up one that says Judge Judy.
Right.
Someone else brings up one that says Gandhi. And so then I go through and I go, all right. Or then someone brings up one that says Roadhead. I'm actually reading the cards.
Roadhead.
And
I would go with that smell.
and
What's
so
the
then
most
so then
body-like?
I choose Roadhead.
Yeah, I would have chose Roadhead.
So then that
too.
table gets a point.
Yeah, good.
And at
'Cause
the end,
Roadhead
whatever
is-
table
yeah.
has the most points, they win the prize.
It comes from bodies, and old people are rotting their bodies. So yeah, anything body related. Roadhead's a good choice.
I know. I like this idea, dude. I think we should totally go through with it. And you said there's a PDF file. We can just print this shit out.
Oh, yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
We don't even have to think.
And then we can laminate them.
Holla.
What up, Kinko's?
Yo.
Yeah.
Kinko's is expensive. Let's go to the other one.
Or there's also Tammy's.
Boom.
Oh,
She
crap.
has a laminator.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn. Oh,
And we could put our little fucking logo on the cards.
I have 2 things at my house to put our logo on,
Oh, okay.
and I need to figure out a way to get them to
Yeah,
Tammy.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
One's a neon and one is a
Yeah.
beer fridge.
So now, do you understand like how that would be pretty cool and like
That'd be
people,
fun.
but people are like Chris goes for the more crass shit, so he's probably gonna like
Right.
this.
Tommy goes for more
Tommy likes the
slutty shit.
more crass shit.
Right. She's the most crassest of them all.
Smiley, he probably would like food.
I don't know. I think it just keeps going downhill and downhill.
Where would you most find Tommy
Yeah,
on a Saturday?
yeah.
Do they have an abortion clinic card?
And that's the other thing too is we can make ones we throw in.
Getting my 6th abortion.
Right.
I named it Jacob.
Ain't nobody's mama.
Yes. Nice. That'd be great.
That'd be great hashtag.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I haven't been down there yet, but
No, but they got
Oh,
a
it's-
barrel
yeah.
of vodka for you to see, so we have to go.
You gotta see a barrel of vodka.
Look at his, he's salivating.
oh yeah, I talked to him last time if he had anything I could age from him.
Yeah. Did he say?
Oh, yeah.
Did he say?
Gotta
he
go
did?
down there. Let's get demanding. Maybe not demanding is not the right word, but a hey, bro. Remember,
Well, see, and that's the other
we
thing,
have a
too.
recording of you saying this could happen.
And then once
I'm pretty sure you said it.
if we can build up like a following there, then he has a huge lot. I mean, we could end up doing like a festival or something. That'd
Yes.
be great.
Let's do it.
Something.
I'm free
Brr.
Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Right. It's the only social outings I get is when we go
Yeah.
somewhere. So I
The only
look
thing I
forward
worry
to
about
them.
is I don't know. I do think Wednesday nights though Billy has off. I think he works during the day on Wednesdays most of the time.
I'm free any
50%
nights.
of your crew doesn't have a job, yeah, so we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
So I worry. That's the only thing I do worry about is like Billy not being able to be there sometimes.
But you got 3 out of 4,
Yeah.
100% of the time.
But I think if like there's a time he can't be there, we should bring like a guest person.
Totes.
Yeah.
Guest host.
Hopefully it's Little
Yeah.
Debbie. If
Little
you're out
De-
there
Lil-
listening,
Lil Debbie.
please, bitch, we got a ball.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm into it.
That's tight.
No, I'm
yeah,
excited.
I'm pretty excited. I think
Oh,
that'd
I'm
be
definitely
cool.
down.
No,
And
yeah.
you know, there's a lot of things we get asked to do, and there's a lot of times I'm not excited about them. I'm actually pretty excited. Like my brain kind of just started kicking in today. I was like, yes, I want to do this.
By the power of Grayskull,
By the power of Grayskull.
I'm into it.
I have the power.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. That is like the one cartoon that did not hold up to shit. It's pretty terrible.
Well, did you see the? They did a remake on Cartoon Network. That was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't know. Was it good?
Yeah. Well, they actually
Okay.
had production value in it.
Oh.
With the same characters.
Well, That's something.
Is it all right if we don't do a last word this one? Because I kind of like to take the whole hour and just have fun a little bit.
Yeah, you do whatever
sure.
you want.
Yeah. Whatever.
So
We're just squirrels trying to get nuts.
it's nice. I like that. So He-Man was actually like it's funny. That cartoon was not. I think we talked about this one time. Someone was like arguing, like I was saying it was terrible, and they were like, no. And He-Man was not actually on a network. It was syndicated, and it was made by Mattel.
This was like a paid commercial.
Yeah, it was a paid commercial. So they reused all their like action shots over and over, same ones,
Oh, of course.
to save money. Yeah, it's terrible. It's very terrible to rewatch.
Interesting.
And there's like scenes where He-Man's running, and there's no actual background. They just did like a generic background to it, so that whenever he had to like run somewhere, they just reused that over and over again. It's terrible.
I seem to recall this. I mean, it was nowhere near as dynamic as, like, say, Thundercats.
Right. Thundercats are much better.
Cats.
Thundercats, ho!
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Or even like what was that one? Silverhawks.
Silverhawks,
See, as a young lady, we enjoyed Gem.
Jim.
Jim was
was
nice.
truly
She was truly
outrageous.
outrageous.
Truly, truly.
And
truly
then
outrageous.
Josie and the Pussycats.
I was too old for that one.
Oh,
Gem was the one I was into because I
I
was a
thought
young lady.
wait, Josie and the Pussycats old.
Not as
Yeah.
old as Gem.
Yeah,
Gem
that's
is way
no.
older.
Josie and the
Bullshit.
Pussycats
Josie
older.
and Pussycats is
Well,
older.
then Gem was on public access television or whatever, like
Yeah.
basic cable, and Josie and the
Probably.
Pussycats wasn't because.
Well, I think Jim was also another one of those that
Jim,
was
dude,
syndicated.
I was a child. Like Josie and the Pussycats, I don't remember. Yeah,
That was
I don't
because
know.
you it was older than you.
It's disturbing how many of my childhood Saturday morning cartoon shows were in fact sponsored by toy manufacturers.
Yep.
Like really had nothing to do. I'm like I'm gonna buy this toy because it's based on this cart. Nope, no, that's not actually how it works. It's,
Well, and then
these
He-Man-
people came up with a toy
Yeah.
and made a cartoon.
He-Man
toy.
was supposed to be. The toys were supposed to be
Conan, right?
Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
and it was an R-rated film, and they decided not to do that. But they already had like the body parts, the body
oh,
shapes.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Josie and the Pussycats, see what was on TV.
Yeah, I want to know. Because I
It's
feel like Gem had to be older.
1970, 1971.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
seriously, Josie and Pussycats is old.
I was like, yeah,
It's
that's
like
pretty old.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so what year was Gem on? Because I want to know how old
That's
I
in the
was.
80s.
that was the 80s.
Yeah, but what year? Because I was born in 77. So, like, was it
Was it GEM or it was?
G. Yeah, it was with a G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was truly out because it was like a gem. Remember, she touched her
Oh gosh,
earring?
I hit an N instead of the M. GEN, and it wrote genital herpes, genital warts, Gen videos.
It's
Like
unfortunate
Jesus.
times that we're living in. Maybe
Thanks,
I should
Google.
like reconsider my life choices.
Wow,
Wow, that's
Well, you can only get herpes once.
right.
Oh God, my stomach hurts all of a sudden. I don't feel so good.
Oh, it's JEM. You guys are wrong.
Oh,
Jim. Truly.
I'm the one that watched the show.
she
Yeah.
would touch her earring and she would transform into this like rock goddess.
Yeah,
It-
because she was.
It
She
came
was
on
just a normal girl, like Flashdance,
Well,
probably welding in a.
isn't that the story of Hannah Montana?
pretty much.
I was too old for that. So I
So
certainly don't know.
1985 to 1988.
Okay, so 1985, I was 8
Jim
years
and the
old.
Holograms.
The holograms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fair that I was 8 and watching it. That doesn't make me a
The
total
series was a
fucking
joint
asshole.
collaboration by Hasbro, Marvel Productions, and Sunbow Productions, the same team responsible for G.I. Joe and Transformers.
I could dig it.
The creator of the series, Christy Marks, had also been a staff writer for the aforementioned programs.
Nice.
Good
The
deal.
animation was from a Japanese studio. Oh,
It was
wow.
badass.
Tui. Oh, Tui did it. That's crazy. Plot. Jim, the mysterious lead singer of the rock group Jim and the Holograms.
Yeah, she was
Her real name is Jerica Benton.
by day,
She's the owner and manager of Starlight Music.
by night.
Yes. She's truly, truly outrageous.
Truly, truly, truly outrageous.
Jim
Oh,
features
Jim.
frequent action sequences to cater to a wider audience.
Fucking ain't right.
I'm sorry, but it came on, at least where I was living, it came on at the same time as Ninja Turtles, so.
Oh,
You gotta
wow.
pick one, right? Line in the
I'm
sand.
sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, Jim, they had to
And
suffer.
Ninja Turtles was great.
To the back of the bus, bitch.
Cowabunga!
Right.
I'm sorry, Mike.
To the back of the
Raphael's
bus,
cool,
Jim.
but rude. Give me a break.
Jim
Right.
was the #1 Nielsen-rated syndicated cartoon series in November of 1986, and in 1987 it was the third most watched children's program in syndication with 2.5 million viewers weekly.
I was one of them. I was watching
Wow.
that shit hard. I was like, Jim is truly
For a
outrageous.
syndicated show, 2.5 million, that's quite a fucking bit.
I was a fan.
Wow.
I wanted to be Jim. I'm not gonna lie. I was 8. I was like, this bitch gets it.
Oh, so then of course, what is the Hasbro did it. So then what does Mattel do? Barbie and the Rockers.
Fucking bullshit.
Remember that?
Yeah.
No.
Jem was like fucking Lita Ford, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim was like Lita Ford. She pulled her
Right.
pussy out, stuck your face in it when you were in the front row.
Yeah, my kind of babe, right.
Fucking Jim. This kind
love
of talk
me
will get us.
some- right.
This talk will get us all kinds of shows.
Right. Jem, it was my Lita Ford.
Went downtown on a Saturday night, tried to get laid, and I got in a fight. I feel like you could probably hang
It
out with
ain't
Ford.
no big thing.
Yep.
I have just as much leather as she does. I could wrap my hair bigger than she is, and I would kick just as much ass. with
Yeah.
her. I love Lita Ford. Remember she did that song with Ozzy? How fantastic
Yes.
was that jam?
See, I have no leather, but I have a lot of like
Faux leather.
I have all
faux
the leather.
Yeah, like pleather.
I have the real shit. Come over. We
I have-
could dress
well-
up and go out with Lita Ford and Little Debbie.
Well, no, here's the because I grew up with all the goth kids.
Yeah.
They don't wear real leather.
It's like latex.
Yeah.
Right. Freaky shit.
Pleather. Pleather.
Pleather. I got some. I got.
The stickiest of the Iggies.
Ugh.
It's fun that you can just hose it off.
That's true. I'm with you on that. It's like a fucking tablecloth.
I got a beer on my leg last night.
Well,
Let me-
leather
let me-
clothes though, you can't clean those, right?
It's very expensive to clean.
It's-
But you
how-
don't need to because it's breathable.
Oh.
Pleather clothes. All you need is a garden hose.
Yeah.
No, yeah, right up. Right. I'm with you on that. Or even a fucking bottle of Fantastic. You know what I mean? Like,
Some
So-
vodka.
So
they'll
leather
get
pants,
everything
you
off of it.
just what put them out on the
I've
clothesline?
never washed them. Ever.
Wow.
I have a lot of leather clothes that I never wash. Okay, once a year I'll probably wash them because
How do you wash them?
you take them to the dry cleaner and they do
Oh.
it professionally. They send it out to Cowtown or wherever the fuck because it's like an animal. It's
So
real.
Yeah.
not washed.
I don't wash my leather stuff, but until it starts to smell, and I wear
Yeah.
like a lot of tight leather shorts or
You-
like
you,
tight.
You fart them all up.
Well, no, I mean just body things happen and they start to smell. You know, like anything would.
Leather pants.
Yeah, I mean, there's sweat does happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's what I always wondered. But I guess you could probably just air them out too.
Yeah, like well, the lining is what gets fucked up. It's
Yeah.
not the leather that gets fucked up. It's this lining that starts to get a
Oh.
smell. And like
Probably-
not only that, but like your deodorants.
You
and your
probably just
fucking-
need like what, like some
Steam.
like vinegar water. Just
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, I've never. I just take.
you couldn't
it
like
in.
steam it or anything.
I'm like, check these out.
no,
fucking
probably not.
dry
Well,
cleaner
steam's
guy.
not very good on like
That's
actual
true.
leather
That's true.
I'm
products.
like, you want to catch a buzz? Stick your head in these shorts. You know, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
What?
No, I don't mean it. I'm joking.
It's terrible.
It's quite a lie.
Yeah. That's terrible.
No, but it's a breathable material, so you don't have to wash it.
It's someone's skin. Oh, okay. Well, it's
It's
not
not
a
someone's skin. It's an animal, and I didn't.
What kind of leather are you wearing, son? I want to talk about this topic, man. This motherfucker, he's playing this video game, and he goes, "Man, I love this video game because you can be a cannibal on it."
Okay.
You eat other people.
What's wrong with that? I'm sure people taste delicious.
It's funny because just on Monday night I watched that movie Alive. Remember with the plane crash?
Oh,
and
yeah,
they eat the
yeah,
people?
they have it
it's
on
crazy
Netflix.
they could bring
Yeah.
this up.
Oh, they also have Ravenous
That's why I
on there
watched it
too.
because it was on Netflix.
They have what?
Ravenous and Alive, both about eating people. And
Okay,
both
I don't know
playfully
about
done.
Ravenous, but I knew about Alive. And by the end of the movie, I found myself crying. I was like sobbing like a child. I'm like, oh my god. I
It was
don't know
like
if
a
I could
soccer
eat
team,
somebody.
right?
Yeah.
Brazilian or
Yep. And it's a true story.
Is it Brazilian or Argentinian?
I don't
some
know.
Argentina, yeah.
But they
It's
get
not- whatever.
trapped in the Chilean mountains
Yeah.
and they eat each other, starting with the
Okay.
ass.
Well, people are made out of
Did they eat
food.
the dead people or did they eat the live
No,
people?
they eat the dead
They eat
people.
the dead people.
They put them on ice out in the fucking Chilean,
They were already frozen. It's not like they went bad.
snow pile. No, yeah, they
Well,
were.
like right away, did they?
No, it was days. They ate all their food. They had
Oh,
little
yeah,
chocolate
they were
squares and like anything
starving
that they
and
could find,
stuff.
little airplane peanuts, and they went through all of it. And then they waited many, many, many days before they
They're
started
starving.
sawing into
Pussies.
their fucking wives and co-pilots. You know,
I would have
Yeah.
eaten
Was
people
it a pretty
straight
rough
off
watch
the bat.
it was. Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, you should watch it.
You've never seen Alive.
Oh, it's fantastic. Because it's real. That's the other thing.
You're
is
And
like-
there's still people alive. There's still people alive that
Right.
were those people.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a heart-wrenching movie.
I don't
Nasties.
understand. I
Bunch
mean-
of nasties.
No,
I mean,
it's
they're-
not. It's humanity and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful story.
Nasties.
I don't understand. I mean, they're athletes. They know they need nutrition. I don't.
Yeah.
I'd just be wolfing people down right off the bat.
Yeah,
See now where I'm at. See now where I'm at. A little creeping
but I'm
me out a
saying,
little bit.
but the story is.
I hope we're not on
beautiful.
tour somewhere and we get stuck.
Well, we're starting with you because there's no fucking meat on my bones. I
Well,
gotta fucking-
you won't even have to. You won't have a vote because you don't even eat.
That's true. I don't even need to eat. That's what I'm doing over here. This anorexia is training for the fucking
You'd
plane
be like,
crash.
I just need like a knuckle.
Right. Like I've been training for my fucking plane crash since the 90s.
I'll be the one that's like, God damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah, Chris would be the scary one. I'm like, he's looking hungry again.
Me and Billy. Billy's like,
I'm a pretty good sprinter.
Smiley and I are like over here, like, don't fall asleep. Smiley's like, I never do.
just all.
I've
it's
been
a
on
beautiful
mushrooms
mu-
for
it-
16
it's
days.
really a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
It's like, humanity and people come together, and the end is gorgeous. They get rescued only because they got off their fat fucking lazy asses and made it themselves get rescued.
Really? How were they not found?
They
Right,
were on
that's
the
the thing.
side of a freaking mountain.
Yeah, they couldn't see him, and then
Oh.
rescue gave up and just assumed they were gone forever, and then
And eventually they ate enough of their comrades to
How many of them lived?
mosey on out
I
of
would
there.
say about 15 maybe when it was all said
Mm.
and done, and but not some died along the way, and then these two people
Ate
are-
them.
They only ate a few of them.
the three people in particular were like, no, we're not fucking gonna die here. And they went on the crazy hike.
Yeah, they took off. They're all,
mountains
we're going to eat these people and we're going to fucking save
and
your
they
asses.
took human
Yeah.
meat with them, and they did. They made it down the mountain to the city, and then the movie ends with a helicopter flying and all the people, and you could just see the fucking snow is covered in shit and blood and gross and nasty, and they're
Oh.
like Walking Dead looking, and
See, I mean, that would have
So
been me.
sad.
I'm like, I'm going to take this dude's thigh.
I would have been the
And
fuck
I'm
out of
gonna
there.
and I'm gonna go to the mountain. I'm gonna fucking find some help here.
That's me. I'm always
Yeah.
getting out of a situation. Don't worry about it. I might not. Yeah.
Why are you eating our friend? He's dead. He's just he's food now.
I would have been out of there day
Yeah,
one,
shut it.
just so we're clear.
In days? How long were they up there?
Well, what they did is they waited
were
out the
up-
winter because there was these avalanches and there were all
Oh.
these things that came about because
They
they
were
were
up
the
there a
Chilean
while, yeah.
mountains. Yeah, they were up there before they felt it was safe to go.
Wow.
Hike down. So I think it was something like 50, 60 days or something like that that they
Shit.
were up there. It was, I don't know. Can you look it up?
What I'm looking it up. But I remember like
I'm
when
trying to be
they
bossy.
found them, they were totally given up on. They're like, what?
Yeah, no, they were not
Oh,
looking
wow.
for them anymore.
That's intense, man. And well, I mean, you think about it, like you're like, well, that wouldn't happen now. Well,
Yes, it
shit,
would.
we sure shit lost that one plane and we still never found it.
Fuck yeah.
Where'd
They
it
think
go?
now what happened is it dove straight down into the ocean.
So it just went.
Yeah, it went down, went straight down. So it hit the water and just went down, like from the gravity, just
Yep.
And it would have broken apart instantly too.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, so people just give up and it's rightful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you can't be out there searching for somebody that you assume is dead. Like,
But I feel like the wings and shit would have been like laying around, but the main capsule would have went straight down. But yeah. Well,
you
that's
should
gonna,
really check that movie out. It's on Netflix. We should watch
Yeah.
it after this.
Oh, You want to watch it after this?
I don't know. I have to go home. I have
Yeah, I was gonna say.
business in the morning. Oh, and we have
Yeah.
party.
Party.
I got invited. I just don't. I know when to
Let's
hold
see.
them.
16 survivors. It was an Uruguayan rugby team.
Uruguay.
Uruguay, Uruguay.
Erde Mede.
It was.
Uruguay,
oh, wow.
Uruguay.
It was the weirdest thing about it was actually the fact that it was an Air Force flight.
Oh, really?
So it should have been like completely GPS and like everyone should have known.
Even in those days?
exactly where. Everyone should have known exactly where its flight plan and where it should have been at.
Well, that's
what
what's
you're
weird.
saying is they wanted them to eat each other.
Well, no, but they had a GPS in those days.
They had a black box.
Illuminati.
But that doesn't mean anything. The black box just records the. Okay,
Flight
now
plan and,
they
yeah.
have a GPS in the black box.
How
But in
many
those
days were they up there?
No, they didn't have a GPS. I mean, but it's
They
an
knew the flight plan.
It's an Air Force flight.
Right.
Flight, yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
they
knew
they
everywhere it
didn't
was at.
deviate. They went down. They should have known exactly
Area
at some
51
point.
is real.
Right. Because it didn't go down in water. It went down on land.
Yeah.
It went over. It went down.
And they found the
over
black
the
box in
Andes.
the movie, remember? Because they hiked to the tail of the plane in the one scene.
Who did?
The passengers.
Oh, they did.
So their plan was, like they started to hike and then they found the tail of the plane like many days after they had
Yeah.
landed, and then they thought that was going to be the promised land, was to find this. They'd be able to like make radio connection and whatever.
No.
So it did exist, unless Hollywood has.
Well, no, but the thing is, the black box just records. Back in those days, all it did
but
was
they
record.
also were looking for the radio. But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So the
yeah.
black box did exist because it
Yeah.
was in the movie. Is all I
Yeah.
was trying to say.
Right.
They don't do anything with it, but how many days were they up there? Does it say?
Looking. It looks like 62.
Yeah. All right.
2 months.
Yep.
They were up-
62
Wow.
days.
They were up there for just over 2 months.
Oh my god.
How did they shower?
They did. And with the scene at the end of the movie, that's what's amazing.
I'm pretty sure nobody was sweating at all.
No, right.
Right.
And they
Oh.
were just eating each other's
They were
asses.
freezing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah,
didn't-
they're in the top of a mountain. The scene is so gross at the end of the movie where it's just like plain piece, and then it's just dirt ass nasty fucking snow all around it, and like these people that are like, eh, and you're like, holy shit. And it's interesting because like their minds change, it's like it's an
Yeah.
interesting journey. Like
You go
who
crazy, man.
would make it and who wouldn't.
Well, you know.
I'd be the fuck out of there just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Put all your fucking chips on Team Tommy. I would. Or Smiley, yes. The other day,
I
listen,
would have been out there too.
I'd like how you
I
gave me
might
a
not.
shout out earlier. I would like to give Smiley a shout out earlier. Is we are right now is we had this conversation the other day about at my home. If you were trapped on an island, what would you bring? And people are like, I bring this, and my answer was, I bring Smiley.
Yeah. We would survive.
Right, because I believe we get the fuck out of trouble because, yes, and there's some few other people that piqued my interest this week when I learned
Yeah.
some personal shit about them that I was like, wow, okay, but pound for pound,
Yeah.
Smiley.
Well, then that makes me ask the next question.
Aw.
So, if you had, let's say, there was a coup, or somebody infiltrated our government,
Okay.
and the United
This
States
is what I've been
no
training
longer
for.
existed, and we're like, all of a sudden, there's chaos.
Apocalypse Now.
Where would you go?
North. We're the opposite of where everybody else goes.
Everybody else goes south?
I'm just saying away from the city, or like I would head.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, where specifically?
Okay, so are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the truth? Okay, so before I moved here, which is 2 years ago, my ex-boyfriend and I, we had a very routed plan where we would
Yeah.
go, and I would hopefully, this being this far away, I would not be able to make it to where we said, but we had
Yeah.
2 locations in Arizona that we always said we would meet at, like no matter what, because I've told you the story before how I lived through
Yeah.
the blackout of the East Coast for 4 days, and so
Right.
I kind of know what it's like, and yeah, like what I've learned is you go the opposite way of people, but you also have
Yes.
to be prepared.
Yes.
And like
Water.
people are always going to go towards what the government is telling you to go towards, and that's where you
Yes.
get locked in a cage, and
Yeah.
before you know it. So I'm getting out of town right away,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm heading into the woods. I'm heading into the wood. That's where you'll find me because I'm
I'm the
crazy.
opposite of that.
But I was also raised that way too. Like my dad is very much militia oriented.
Yeah.
Like conspiracy theory. Like so yeah, you'll find me in the woods with the black paint under my eyes.
Yeah.
Caw.
My shit is I don't want to go to the woods because I can't see people coming. I want to be able to see motherfuckers
But you don't
coming.
need to see them. You need to hear them.
Maybe.
When there's quiet, you can hear everything.
Well, what I would go.
I would trust my ears over my sight
Yeah,
any day.
Really.
Yes.
I would head towards eastern New Mexico, away from people. There's areas over there. There's a place called the Caprock.
Is it hot though?
Yes.
So you got to be careful.
Well, the Caprock though is cavern. It's like okay. So
Plus, you taught me how to rob gas stations.
yeah.
I am not understanding the situation. What is the scenario?
Like
here?
say there's just chaos and
Like zombie apocalypse, and the government's like, everybody come to downtown Albuquerque. We're going to take care of you.
Just some straight up
Yeah.
anarchy.
Yes.
anarchy. Yeah.
goodness? Okay. Cool.
So I would head to the
Classic
Caprock.
anarchy.
So okay. So if you head to eastern New Mexico where the Caprock is, and you don't know it exists, you can't see it. It's like this: the land goes flat, and then it just caverns
Okay.
down. And down in those caverns, there's rattlesnakes, there's bobcats, there's all kinds of crazy shit. But, people, if they don't know you're there, they're not going to come looking for you.
Right.
And
That's what I'm into.
if you come looking for me, I'm going to know because I'm
Right.
going to hear and I'm going to see. I'll get the field glasses out and I'll look down. I'll be all,
I would probably head to one of our national parks, honestly. I would try to make my way to, like, Yellowstone or, like, some sort of...
that's a long way to go
I'm just saying, though, yes.
because you have to go somewhere and you have to hunker down.
Not right away. You want to be on
Yeah.
the move.
Depends.
You got to keep moving.
I don't understand this. I wouldn't go anywhere. I would just start enlisting followers right away,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like get down like a nice, like
My house is where
few
it's
like
at.
square mile area,
Yeah.
and that would just be where I live. And
We're
I
building
would-
that at my house
I'd be
right
like,
now.
screw it, this is where I live. I wouldn't go anywhere.
I would get out of the city.
I'm charismatic enough and popular enough that I'm sure I could like hold down at least a square mile of this town.
Huh.
You have to be
Just
ruthless.
as my own person.
You'd have to be ruthless.
I can do that.
Right, which I can't do. I look
Yeah.
forward to those opportunities that I get to shine, but
No, I wouldn't. I
But
wouldn't go anywhere.
I would get the fuck out of everybody's way and like.
I would ransack.
I'd actually
like,
rather be alone too.
Yeah,
I think,
agreed.
which is frightening.
I would
'cause
not want
feel
people
like
Oh yeah, see.
because those are people that will
safety
betray
in
you.
numbers,
I
but
can't.
like
I can't live by
Yeah,
myself.
but those people will turn on you.
plus I'm just on the move.
Nah.
Like I think me. I'm so arrogant. I think I'm always like I know. And so
I wouldn't go anywhere. I would build a base around my apartment complex,
and that's what we're
that'd be
planning
good
for at
enough.
my house currently.
That'd be good enough.
Hmm.
Wouldn't go anywhere. I have.
We're putting up all these like gates in the fall. Yes.
Wow.
If I can make it over to my mom's house, she's got filtration devices. I have enough.
That's it too. You have to be prepared. Like
Yeah, that's a different deal,
you have
yeah.
to have gas in your car all the time. Like
Yep.
you
I
have
don't
to
even
have
have a car. I'm
fucking
used to
some
walking
water.
Nah, I
everywhere.
could steal gas.
Yeah, now you can. Now I know
Yeah.
I can too. But like
Yeah.
I wouldn't go anywhere.
who else
I would-
knows that trick? Maybe
I'd hunker
lots of
down
people.
exactly where I was at.
No. Yeah. That's interesting. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about.
I'd make my way the fuck away from people. Whatever
Yes.
way, it's just like the airplane if it crashes.
Well,
whatever way everybody's going, any type of
The
scenario.
problem with people is like
whatever
people.
way they're rushing, I'm going the
yeah,
opposite way.
people individually are great. People in mass,
It's terrible.
terrible, terrifying.
They panic.
Unless you know how to talk to them.
But
Wow.
in a moment of panic, there's no talking. You know what I mean? There's just rushing of people. You know
They're
what I mean?
rioting
Like,
and they're fucking smashing
yeah, like
shit
if
and
pe-
going
and
nuts.
they're always heading towards something.
Yeah.
Well, I live on the second floor, and I've already figured out how to take out both the stairways that go up there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
How would you get down?
I'm not at home shooting these bows and arrows for nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Chase both do like free running.
Yeah.
We can make that jump.
And this has been the
That's
militia
badass.
the militia hour.
Get her done.
we take out
These
those
colors don't run.
whatever, man. Take out those
Freedom fries.
Wow.
I can. Make
I
a
think
rope
about that
ladder.
stuff. I've thought about it a lot, though.
It's all I think about.
The other thing too is that's where my family is, and my family has multitudes of weapons. And then you talk about water being bad. That we know where water is.
Right.
Like we know the land. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, I look at history, and you look at the Civil War. Well, the Civil War, the South dominated the beginning of the war, not because they had technology, not because they had good weapons or anything, but because they were on their land. They knew the land, and they knew how to guerrilla fight on that land. And for me, that means a lot. It's like, it's the territory. So I mean, if you say,
Fuck yeah, like that's why people are always like, why don't you lock your front door? I'm like, because please come in.
yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Why don't I don't,
Please.
Sometimes I don't even close my door in the
Right.
house.
Like, I dare you to fucking walk
Yeah.
in my house. I have like a weapon on every table, and like
You'll get
I'm
stabbed in the
thoroughly
head.
trained in how to use them.
I know my neighbors. Like, I'll get, like, there's some strange person. Like, I'll get phone calls. Like, I'm like, really? Would you want to go over and ask them who they are?
Right.
No. I would say no.
Sometimes they will, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
and half the time, or actually more than half the time, it's like, it's some guy from, like, San Francisco says he knows you. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're
Cool.
like, honey?
The door's not even
I know
locked.
that
Just let him in.
motherfucker.
What's his name? Okay. Yeah, yes, Lemon.
Nice. So that's my thinking is I want to get to where my people are, and where I know safety is.
But you don't know safety.
I know that, but it's better to have something than nothing.
I agree with that. Yes. So, and prior to me moving here, I had an apocalypse bag in my car that
Yeah.
had like all the layers of clothes. I had those badass North Face pants that zipped off into shorts. And when I lived in the war zone, somebody stole it.
Oh.
Stole my bag, and it was perfectly packed. It had like short socks, medium socks, tall socks,
Yeah.
pants that zipped off into shorts, and all the layers of dry fit shit, and like my North Face coat, and boom.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure they used it.
The homeless person.
Well,
probably.
it's for their child, because I'm small. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
like, what are you
Yeah.
doing, bro?
or there might have been like some like really silly,
They probably
looking,
sold it. Like,
really,
at
really silly looking people coming around my liquor store.
the, right? They have those
Yeah.
like little Chinese feet that they pack into their
Right.
little shoes.
But see, and we also have tons of land. Like we could just it's not near anything.
But you got to keep your backs to each other,
Absolutely.
right? Like,
Well, see,
lots of land
that's why I would go to
sometimes.
the Cap Rock, because I could put the wall to my back.
Right.
I
always thought I would go to like an island, like Alcatraz or something
well,
too.
and then like if you watch that movie, oh shit, what is it called? Where there's it's
Trust me, this is all I think about at
yeah,
night.
the movie where, oh gosh, it was not the Quentin Tarantino one, but the Robert Rodriguez one of the double feature Grindhouse,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Planet Fear,
Yeah.
Planet Terror. He goes, get to Mexico and get to the ocean. Put the ocean at your back.
That's right.
And I always thought of that. I was like,
Right.
that's a good idea. Because they're fighting zombies.
Right.
So zombies. It all depends on who you're fighting to.
Totally.
But zombies aren't going to come out of the water, but they could also back you up to the water. So I don't know what you'd do then. But
Fucking whoop their asses.
Why can't zombies come out of the water?
It's just a rule.
I can't imagine
It's
that
an
happening.
unspoken rule.
It's not like I need to breathe.
They get
That's
stuck.
true. That's true. Yeah, you're smart.
They get stuck though.
Yeah. How are they going to
I
go?
mean, they have to walk like out, and then it gets like way low.
Undertow.
Like
Yeah,
I said, I'm
undertow,
just
right. Hello.
I'm just gonna make like a really awful like my own neighborhood. Like it's busy. It'll just
Yeah.
give me a chance to be my own dictator.
Cool.
You should let me in because I'm shooting bows and arrows like a maniac right now.
See, it's like, where are you gonna go if this happens? I'm like, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna start like busting walls into my like neighbors' apartments and like, this is now my apartment. Get out.
I'm annexing this apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
This whole building is mine now.
That's how we feel about our
Live
house
here
too. Yes.
or die.
That's what we're doing with our house right now. Yes, is we're reinforcing the structure around us and like trying to make
Wow.
it David Koresh style.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere. I just reinforce exactly where I was at and probably.
See, well, then somebody could just light it on fire.
But then, so the problem is though, then now police come in and they force you to do it. You know what I mean? Like that's where you have to be the concern is the government now is rolling down the street with tanks and fucking machine guns and whatever you have. Trust me, I believe in you and your jumping skills and all those things because I believe in myself in those things. But now you're being overpowered by
Yes.
government that is like, come with us
Yes.
to these gas chambers. And so
Yes.
like your ultimate goal should be to come back later. Get the fuck out now let the dust settle, and then come back. You know what I mean? Once the fucking dust is settled, because martial law, they
What-
roll in at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, if you've watched any of the, like, I'm big into this shit. This is like,
What
like
makes
I
you
said,
think I can't just join the military?
This is why I have no boyfriend. Is
I don't
because I'm
know.
at home reading Infowars every night. about-
Infowars.
This is my favorite website.
I'm very adaptable.
No, and I am too. I am, and I.
Smiley will be
but,
kicking your door
like,
down.
you gotta hide sometimes. You gotta know when to hold them, know when
Yeah,
to fold them,
that's right.
know when to walk away, know
Well-
when to run, and then come back.
The way I've ever heard it is you got to learn when to fuck, fight, or hit the fence.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you gotta fly. It's just animal instinct, fight or flight. And sometimes the
Sometimes you gotta
flight
hit
is
the fence, man.
okay. Yeah, because the tsunami's coming. Get to the higher ground.
Mm-hmm.
Let the fucking water rush out, and then we'll come back and assess the situation.
Well, you know, I mean,
know? I'm like, I'm ready, Smiley.
civilizations isn't
I'm
last
like,
forever.
I feel like
Something's
the
gonna
song
happen.
8 Mile playing in my head right now. Palms are sweaty, right?
You're watching Red Dawn, the original one.
Right, like this is it.
Smiley's
like-
peeing in the radiator.
Oh shit, right.
Wolverines.
Right. That's how I feel, right?
I don't know. That's fun. Fun
it's
stuff.
real.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this up. This is good times, man.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah,
Happy
9
anniversary,
years.
Tendrick
Goddamn.
Meadow.
9 years.
Never thought it was weird. It's weird, like, it almost feels like a child. Like or I don't know, it's hard to explain it. It's like I created this, and it was mine, and now it's not totally mine. It's kind of become its own thing that I'm just a part of now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
It's like
still
my
kind of yours,
vagina.
dude.
What's that?
Still kind of yours, dude.
It is, but it's like bigger than me now. It's bigger than.
The way I describe it to my friends is it's like this. It's like, do you remember like the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson? It's like this. Chris is Johnny, Billy's Ed McMahon, and I'm over here to the side. I'm a Doc Everson.
Well, what's Tommy now?
Oh shit.
Well, see, now the metaphor falls apart because they didn't have a fourth.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bette Midler. Wasn't she like a guest like a lot?
Yeah, right. Well, I feel like it was that. It was
She had
that. It
red
was that at
hair.
Art Bar. I feel when we were at Art Bar, it was like that.
Yeah.
Now, and so see the other thing too is, and I think this is where a lot of other shows fall apart, is they start out as one thing and then they can't evolve.
Right.
And this show has like evolved
Yeah, times
from.
are changing.
It has changed from this to this to this to this, and it's always been different.
Oh,
But-
yeah. We've never had any problems with changing
No,
around
no.
the format.
And it was kind of, the Tonight Show. Now it's a little more like Howard Sternish, where we have like a whole studio full of people and we kind of just talk, I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
we're doing it.
something like that. I don't know. But whatever.
It doesn't even matter. We're kicking
And it's funny
ass.
because we try to we did the live show stuff, then we stopped doing the live show stuff. And as soon as we said we were going to stop doing the live show stuff, everybody came out of the woodwork and wants us to do live show stuff.
Right.
And it's like, cool, all right.
Which is pretty cool, though. I
we
like that.
are
I do.
entertaining.
I like that our milkshake brings the boys to the
Well,
yard.
yeah, and and it's one of those things where it's like less is more. So it's like if you do a thing like every week, then live out, then people stop coming because they've seen it.
No,
you know?
right. I like the spontaneity of it,
Yeah.
too. It's like a different place. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
We're going to interview a band. We're going
Yeah.
to go watch the 190 proof vodka get made
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well,
the
that
fuck
one's
they do.
different. See, I feel like that one's going to be a completely different thing because it's going to be kind of like we're not going to sit there and like banter.
No.
We're going to sit there and we're going to be like it's going to be like us hosting kind of like a game show
Yes.
thing. I feel like four
Be a
hosts
great
on a
Vanna
game show.
White. Should I get gowns?
Kind of
Should I
like
find a
Hollywood
gown
Square,
sponsor
kind of
here
like
in
a
town?
kind of like a Hollywood Squares type thing.
All right. I'm going to get a gown sponsor.
Yes.
I'm going
I'm
to.
totally happy with this.
Yeah. So I look forward to all this fun. I mean, that's the thing that's great. It's like 9 years. It's like how much longer can I keep going? Well, at some points I feel like if I wanted to stop, I couldn't. And then that's kind of in a good way. It's like, oh wow. So I mean, we got one more year to
Well, I
10.
appreciate your. Is tenacity the right word?
Yes.
And your like drive and like that
Yes.
you get it like long term. It's like you have to if you love it.
Yeah.
Like that's good.
Sooner or later, it'll all pan out into something major.
Well, and it will. Hard work pays off.
Yeah. Well, and that's the one thing too that I've always learned is like you always see like these bands or whoever that have made it, and they're like you're like, oh wow, they just got lucky in the right place. No, for like 11 years they were a band. In 11 years they tried, and then finally they made it. And that's what happens a lot of times, Is it is the tenacity, it is the
That's right.
making it through all the hard times and changing it in and out, So
Fucking
yeah.
ain't right.
So I look forward to next year for the 10-year. We got to do something big.
What
We gotta do
Should
it
I
up-
get pregnant?
Big. Well, yeah. Are you gonna get pregnant on the show?
Maybe. I mean, if,
We'll just put a
we
sheet
gotta do what we gotta do.
over
What?
over you. I mean, you gotta do something. You gotta do it up.
Going where no man has gone before.
Glitter Dick. I don't know if they were a great band or not here in Albuquerque, but man, they sure knew how to promote their shows. They're like, on the next Glitter Dick show at the Launchpad, we're going to burn a Bible on stage.
Nice.
And like fucking people were protesting outside the Launchpad.
Right, but
And I
that's
was like,
smart.
hell yeah.
Right, that's very good marketing.
And I was like, I don't know who this band is. I kind of want to go to that, but
I don't want
know
to get pregnant. I don't have the $250 to deal with it.
Oh, wow. I like how you know the price. Well, I want to thank everybody for listening for the last 9 years. It's been a great run. We just signed off for the last... I'm just kidding. 10 years is going to be great. We only got 1 year to plan it, so
I think we've got time.
we got some time. About 3 months in, 3 months left, we'll plan a big deal.
It's not like we plan things anyway.
Or follow through with
It'll
them.
be great. We
Right.
always follow through.
No,
We
that's
do.
true. All right, fair enough. You're right. I
Well,
stand corrected.
it always falls together. We pull it together at the last minute.
That's what we do.
It's what we do.
That's what
Apocalyptic
happens
style.
when you're like, oh, wait, you have some sort of weird structured life? What's that like?
What does that mean?
It's a silly.
I've had a
cheers.
plan to do something for a year, but I only planned it 3 days before it was going to happen.
Right.
It was only to turn 39. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for listening. There are people that I'm still in contact. I'm very proud to say this. There are people I am still in contact to this day who listen to this show from episode 2.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, they email me, and it's funny because like people know, like that people never like email and say, hey, I liked this thing you said on the show. What they will do is they'll listen, and they'll hear me say things that I like or dislike, and whenever they see something in the news they send me the clips. I get a lot of that.
Right.
I get a lot of Ryan Adams news. I get a lot of University of North Carolina news. I get a lot of what's the other one? San Francisco 49ers news, and pro wrestling shit. So
Nice.
it's quite hilarious. I don't know. It's fun.
Fantastic.
I enjoy all of it. So, and I try to respond. That's the other thing too. Is like people like I'll respond to stuff and like sometimes people are like, wow, you actually like wrote me back. Thank you. And I'm like, why would I not?
If you have the time, yeah. Like
Yeah.
with my website, sometimes it gets out of control. Like, and I can't. But I do it eventually.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, if someone's doing just a little comment, I don't have time to deal with that. But if someone's like if someone emails me,
You peasant.
no. If someone flat out,
outta here with
if
your
someone
little
emails
comment.
info@10drinkmoose, I never throw that out. Our actual email site is info@10drinkminimum.com. If someone actually emails, well, I'll respond to that like no problem, But I mean, if there's, because like our website gets so much spam comments, I just shut it off. So that's why you don't comment. You can't comment on the stuff on our website because it's insane, like thousands of spam comments.
Spam is gross any way you slice
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I get it because you slice it and any way you slice it.
You better not be talking about like actual spam.
I'm
She
talking
is.
about all the spams.
He likes spams.
Wow.
Him and Billy.
I love
Big
spam.
fans. Big
Yeah,
fans.
we should be one of our topics we talk about one
Spam.
night is spam. Even though we know how it
Spam.
ends, it would be an interesting conversation
Yeah, of
because I'll
course.
tell you that it says on the ingredients, what does it say? It
Lips
says
and assholes.
no, but it says this. It's like bacon, all pig parts, and then it says pig parts basically. And we're like, wait, what did you leave out? It's not on the list.
Snout, lips, butt,
It's
pig parts.
spiced ham, and it's delicious.
Spiced ham.
I'm a hillbilly.
What do you
know
think
this about
spam
me.
stands for? Spiced ham.
Listen, you know me. I'm a hillbilly. I have 2 first names. All right, like I get it. I know about spam. but
What's in a can of spam?
This is not
I
good.
don't know.
The
Maybe
nitrates.
some lips or a butt.
It's full of nitrates.
Yes.
Okay, it is full of nitrates. I'll
Okay.
give you that.
Yes.
But
Maybe
other than that,
some
it's
lips or a
delicious.
butt. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for coming on this journey with me.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, yeah, it's weird. Like, we're not a band, but we're like a band in some ways.
Yeah, why are you getting booked for like music soul?
Dude, I don't get that. So somebody wrote me the other day. They go, "So you guys open for bands now? Is that what you guys do?"
Whoa,
And
whoa.
and I was like, I guess.
We'll do open for bands.
Yeah. It's not like
This'll be
there's
our
a
second time.
It's not like there's a podcasting expo in fucking Albuquerque.
No, and I'm single. We'll open for bands.
Fuck yeah, man! I'll open. Who doesn't want to? Who doesn't want to open? Who doesn't want to be a rock star at some
No,
point
I
in their
want, like,
fucking life?
Yeah, special treatment. I want a
Yeah.
fucking drink ticket.
I want to sit. Hey, do you get to go to venues and sit in the green room? Nope.
Nope.
I do.
We
Fuck
do.
you. Someone asked me that. That's the one thing. We don't get paid. People go, "Oh, how, do you get paid to that?" I go, "Not in money." And they go, "What does that mean?" Well, there's the free drinks. There's free food. A lot of places. There's getting into places like I've
There's
been.
the prestige of just wandering through a place and they're like, is he allowed it? Oh, yeah, yeah, he's allowed
Yeah.
in here.
Going into green rooms. I've been in the green room. I've been in every green room in town almost.
Nice.
Just with bands, just chilling. I've got to sit in the luxury boxes at the Isotopes game and at the Lobo game. Sat next to Steve Alford when he was the coach of the Lobos, and I'm just like, right on, this is badass.
Yeah,
People,
shit you'd be doing anyway. You'd be at those shows, but now
Yeah.
you get a little different advantage.
Yeah.
You'd be at those games, but now you get a little better seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
it's just the little things that you get that kind of pay off in the long run, and I never the thing that's cool is I never go out and brag about doing this show, never. But I walk into a place and I get introduced as that.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is Chris. He does a
Nice.
live radio show, a podcast on Sunday nights, and that's how I get introduced. I don't even so it's automatic. Like there's conversation starter. It's very interesting. So
Fucking ain't right.
does anybody ever do that for you?
Wow.
This is Tommy. She does this website. She does this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
She shoots bows and arrows in her yard.
Yeah.
And she's planning for the apocalypse. You should come to her house.
Right. All right. Let's finish this off. So anybody, you guys, you don't have anything to promote?
I do not.
Tommy has TommyWaz.com.
I do. Yeah.
And
And, then
what
our
else?
show.
Dirty Duo Radio Show.
And
Check
then
it out.
July
Tommy-
31st,
yeah.
we're doing we're interviewing a band.
We're gonna interview the band
So we gotta get together and
Ranger.
think of the questions and really interview
Yeah.
the band. I want to get some Martha Quinn questions in on
Well,
these
and we gotta do a
motherfuckers.
little research too.
Yeah, that's
on
what I'm
the
saying.
band.
I want to be like Martha Quinn on their ass.
Do you want me to bring over their CDs?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I have like 4 of their CDs in my house.
Perfect.
There's also Tammy also put a Spotify playlist,
Perfect.
so we can do that too. But I mean, I also want to dig a little deeper and find out some more dirt.
Right. Who's got herpes? Who doesn't?
No, well, yeah. Isn't it true that
Right.
that
You
that would
did
be great,
this.
yeah, because like O Ranger, to anybody else out there listening in the world, they're not big, but in Albuquerque they were big. I understand. I wasn't here when they were
Yeah.
big. They were pretty big, and they broke up before they got big.
Yeah.
They were
Classic Albuquerque.
they were around the time of Crash Kills 4
Crash
and,
Goes
and,
for
and the Shins.
Scared Chaka and
Shins.
Shins.
And Scared Chaka just did a reunion show in Seattle,
Yep.
and they have actually a pretty big following all over.
Yeah.
I don't know if O
Scared-
Ranger does, but
Scared Chaka. Well, it's because
About to
Scared
find
Chaka,
yeah,
like they did their touring and
Yeah.
they're a good band.
Yeah.
Like, O Ranger could have been that, but they just
yeah. Well, and the thing is like there was a time before I moved here where Albuquerque was like on the cusp of being like, there's those like Seattle, there was L.A. for a while, and then like from what I understand, when the Shins got pulled out of here, they came in and they were trying to then Crash Kills 4 actually got pulled out of here, and they were in the studio recording, and then they imploded in the studio.
yeah, that was
It was like-
that was John Washburn.
Yeah,
John Washburn was
Yeah.
the lead singer in Crash Kills 4.
right.
He does
Jingles for commercials.
He does jingles for
and so
commercials
does
now.
Jason Lawver. He did he lives here now, and he was in Crash Kills 4, and he does jingles for commercials. And I was like
Nice.
what? Like what? And he goes, the Baconator. I was like, you did like the jingle for the Baconator? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah, it probably made him the most money he's ever made in his fucking
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Oh no, they make
make
bank.
bank.
All the money I know.
Both
They make
of,
bank.
Both of them make bank, dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
And so yeah.
They're like,
So-
well, we decided not to be rock stars
And,
because
Right,
Yeah.
why be a rock star when you can sit at home and write about bacon?
Right. And they'll call him like I was
much.
sitting with Lauber one day, and he was sitting and like they call him.
brainer.
They called him and they said Cadillac needs a dubstep kind of song for one of their commercials, and I thought that was pretty insane. I was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
wow. I was like, wow. All right. But yeah, so this is like these bands were like all on the cusp of like becoming just major, big bands. So we're interviewing one of them, but that's July 31st, and then look forward to us doing something at the Distillery 365.
365, I thought.
I asked him, and he said either way.
I know, but it's wrong.
365.
I don't know.
365 or 365?
365, damn, good, fine.
There you go.
Get low, get low, get low.
So right on. Thanks for listening. We are 10 Drink Minimum.
Peace.
good night.
My phone died. I have to go charge it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. Oh, sorry. Such an asshole.